Welcome to the B. Lenore Show. Here, we will discuss lifestyle, beauty, celebrity gossip, and current events in our own way, my way, B style. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello, lovers. Child, I swear before the Lord. My God, today. I don't know why this was so hard. I literally have been trying to get in here for an hour. Who was doing witchcraft? Who? Put your hands in the air if you were doing witchcraft. Because somebody was doing something, okay? My God. How y'all doing? No. My bootleg computer, child. Anyway, let me speak to y'all. I don't even know some of these people still here. Okay, child? Please hit the like button. Let the people know I'm live. Okay? My God. Anywho, hi, coffee is brewing. Shelly, Susie, Azure, Minding Business, Chanel, Juju D, It's the Rocks, Danielle. I always have to really think about that, Danielle. Nice to see you. Hey, the Duchess. Hey, Andrea. Hi, Ross. Hey, Jackson Tabasco. Hi, Linda Gibbs. Hi, Rich Auntie. I love that name. Okay. I love that name. Hi, sister from New Jersey. Hi, Pinkerbell. Diva Ray. Muffin 218, TD Will. Hey, the Elite Diva. Hey, Sanders RN. How are you? Hi, Just Nikki. Grown and bougie forever. Okay. Hi, T Danielle. Ain't seen you in a minute. Hey, D Dub. Let's see who else is in here. Delicate Dell. Hi. Make it rain. Dat part. You know, we got a dat part and a dat part. Y'all now look, somebody gonna have to give, okay? Because if I'm talking to one of y'all gonna think I'm talking to both of y'all. Good God. Hi, is it wait a minute, how do I say this? How do I say this? Deshova? I think. Hi. Hello. My first live. Hello. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Who else? Let's see. Miss HLS is here. Cam VC is here. Pen Pal 50. Cross Country Cruiser. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Thank you so much for blessing us with some memberships, honey. Because, oh, God, this has been a whole mess. I promise you, I've been trying. It's just, I don't know. It's stuff like this, y'all, that makes my head hurt. Like, stress aggravates me. You know, aggravates my body even more. My God. And I was super stressed out and annoyed. Okay. Let me pull up to see who got these doggone memberships. Oh God. I am not gonna let the devil get me today. Nope. He trying though. He been trying all day. I ain't even lying. He been trying. He be on his job. Now that's the one person or whatever the fuck it is, demonic spirit. That thing right there, he don't quit. He don't stop. He always working. Most of us take some time off, but not that motherfucker. He is always on his shit. I cannot. Anywho, let me get in here. Who got these damn memberships? This Grown and Bougie Forever did. That Part did. Cherry Berry did. Raydella Lewis got one, and so did Ebony. Thank you so much, Cross Country Cruiser. You guys, if you are in the chat and you were just blessed with a membership, please thank Cross Country Cruiser. Thank you so much for your support. Hi, happy to be happy. Okay, y'all. Let's just jump right in, shall we? Shall we? Hey, obsessed with the mess. Hey, Noli, your girl is here. Sassy Sue, Jackie Gates. Okay, I'm trying to stop. Hey, Tam Tam. Hey, Texas Toy. Okay, y'all. KBC, did I say hi, honey? If I missed anybody, forgive me, because the devil is a lie. I am not gonna let him do me. I'm not going to let him do me. Thank you, Pen Pal. Tell him I am not going to let him get to me today, even though this motherfucker is trying me. He really is. I rebuke you, you motherfucker, you. Okay, anyway. All right, let's get into it. Hey, Sonya, the side piece, crumb snatcher. Come through, shoulders. And it's Child, anywho. All right, y'all. Yeah, D-Dub, somebody gifted you one too? Or was that from like a previous live? It might have been from a previous live, D-Dub. Yeah, so congratulations. All right. Okay, y'all. So let's just jump right into it because I want to do 2 lives today. And this is just the first one. Hey, Bama girl. Hey, girl. How you doing? It's so good to see you. So good to see you. Sanders RN said the devil ain't got nothing on V Lenore and the V Stylers. That's right. He is nothing but the scum underneath our feet. We rebuke his raggedy ass. Okay. Jeez. Anywho, so we got a lot to cover. So this first live, I want to talk about Ray J. Okay, we all been watching the Ray J stuff and him crashing out every time we turn around. Ray J got something going on with him. Okay, first his wife and him get into it, but that seems like that's a whole thing for them. Hopefully this is that last one. Hopefully that's the last time. Hopefully they part ways, go separate ways, and figure out a way to raise their children together. Okay, because other than that he got something going on. Okay, she needs to just move on because she nobody should have to deal with all this foolishness. Okay, then next thing you know, he out here talking crap about Diddy, and then the next minute he taking things back about Diddy. Now he over here about to get jumped by Diddy's kids. Next thing we know, he threatening a whole pastor. And we're going to get all the way into it. Okay? We are. And then later on, I want to do a live on Kevin Hart and JT Jackson, the person who was it? Is that his name? JT Jackson? Anyway, I think that's what I called him in a title. So if that's not his name, I'll change it. But anyway, JT, his ex best friend, who he accused of trying to set him up and extorting him. Yeah, Kevin's trash for that. I don't, as much as I have enjoyed Kevin as an entertainer, because I know a lot of people say he ain't funny. I'm not going to say he's not funny to me. I just think that he's the same person typically in everything we see. Now, he has switched it up in a couple of these dramas lately, which is good. But at the end of the day, hey, Sammy, Nicole, and Fifi. But, we'll talk about them later. All right. But right now, let's get into Ray J. Ray J and Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant. Now, I told y'all can say what the hell y'all want to say about Jamal Harrison Bryant, but I'm a fan. Okay. I am a fan, baby. I'm a fan, oh boy. I like him. I think I look, ain't nobody perfect. Oh, you know what else? I'll pull that up later. Yeah, I'll pull it up later. But I like Jamal Harrison Bryant. What I do know, now look, people can be anointed and still not be perfect. Period. And I think Jamal Harrison Bryant has a gift. I'm impressed with him for a few reasons. One, he did not finish high school because he was showing out, not because he ain't smart, but because he was just showing his ass. Okay. And so he ended up getting a GED, but then he went on to Morehouse, graduated from there. Then I want to say he went to Duke for theological school to get his PhD there, or his master's of divinity. But he also, I think he has a doctorate as well. So I like him, and I've been there in his. I told y'all I met him a couple times, and he was very respectful, very friendly, very nice, and very anointed. I'm gonna tell you that. That's talk. That's real talk right there. Okay. Now, does he like to fuck around? Yeah, he do that. Now we know that, and that's not allegedly, right? Now I'm hoping that has changed, but he does slang that sausage around. Yeah, he has slung it here and there. That is true. Okay. But they say that about Dr. King. Now, I ain't trying to bring that up, but Dr. King is still one of the greatest leaders to walk the planet. Okay. And so you don't take away what Dr. King did and what he was able to accomplish and what he meant to the civil rights movement. You can't take that away from him, even though he was getting some on the stick. Okay, that's on him. That's between him and Coretta. That ain't got nothing to do with me. All right. In the words of Nesto's nasty ass Williams, that ain't got nothing to do with me. All right. That ain't got nothing to do with none of y'all unless he was slinging it over there your way. So all I'm saying is we have to be realistic. People are just not perfect people. I'm gonna tell you something else real quick before we get into this. I told y'all this weekend I had the opportunity to meet Leandra Johnson. If you know anything about Leandra Johnson, she's a gospel singer, she's a minister, and that woman right there, ain't no doubt about it, she is anointed from the head to the toe. Sis is anointed. She is. Now, she might cuss your ass out. She might cuss your ass out. Hell, I'm anointed. I ain't trying to be funny. God got his hands on me. I know he done put some gifts in me. I know what I am capable of doing, but I will cuss your ass out. Okay? I will. Same with Leandra will cuss your ass out and might have a drink. And I'm going to do the same too. Because the Bible don't say nothing about drinking. It talks about getting drunk. There's a difference. See, you need to know your word, and you need to understand ain't nobody perfect. Okay? That's all I got to say. All right? So, anywho, I say all that to say, I respect Jamal Harrison Bryant. I ain't sleeping with the man. I ain't married to the man. So I don't give a damn what he do with that sausage. But when he is in that pulpit, he is changing lives. That I know. Okay? So, with that said, Ray J came out here out the blue. We didn't know why. We didn't know what he was tripping off of, really. He just came out here crashing out, telling us that he and Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant had an interview. I didn't even know Jamal Harrison Bryant had a podcast. I don't know if he's ever dropped any of the episodes before today, but today he dropped that damn episode of this interview. And we're going to go over that. But before we even do that, would you say just Nikki? I love Leandra. She's so nice and owns up to wrongdoing. She sure does. Let me tell you this real quick before we go on. I think I probably said this the other day, but I'm going to say it again. I knew she was going to be there. I'm backstage because, I'm backstage. We working. We coordinating, we working and all that stuff. And I was taking a minute. We're at the end of the ceremonies, and I knew she was in the building, and I knew she was about to sing. So we're just kind of waiting. And I was on my phone. I was like looking down on my phone, doing something. I'm literally just like this. And then I looked up, and she was literally like right here looking at me. And it's just a moment. And I was like, the queen has arrived. And she said, oh, Lord, we just laughed for a minute. And I said, let me just tell you, I said, I love you. I said, and you are my kind of Christian. You are my kind of Christian, because she does not pretend to be something she is not. She does not pretend to be holier than thou, because the truth is we're all human. We all make mistakes. And some of us will cuss you the F out. We will do it and still love the Lord in the same moment. Okay. And when I told her that, she's like, you just blessed my soul. I said, no, you blessed my soul. So anywho, with that said, I can't wait for Leandra to come over here to the V. Lenore show. And we're going to talk more in depth about what it means to be perfectly imperfect. Okay. And how God can have his hand on you and use you despite any mistakes, wrongdoings, anything you've been through in the past. Period, point blank. And that's it. All right. Now, so let's talk about Ray J's raggedy ass. Okay. What you say, Sanders RN? I agree, V. She does not pretend, and I love that about her 100%. I sure do. When people were trying to demonize her because she was cussing somebody out while she was on live and she was drinking her tequila, baby, that's one of my favorite liqueurs. Okay, because I'm a drink me a martini, and I'm gonna drink me a margarita. Okay, so I like me some vodka every now and then, and I love me some margaritas, and I might just have a shot of Patron just for the hell of it. Okay, don't come for me unless I send for your ass. All right, now let's talk about this food. First, before we get into the interview, let's look at really quickly what Ray J had to say that got everybody's damn attention. Okay, so let me pull this bullish up. I don't want to.
Let's get into the Diddy situation.
Okay, here we go.
Simple love for Pastor Bryant. Shout out to Jamal Bryant. Shout out to Von Alvarez. But if y'all play that interview, somebody getting snatched off the pulpit.
Really?
Don't play the interview. It's not clear. It was out of bounds. Me and Pastor Bryant need to talk, because the way I was treated was dirty and illegal. And I don't like it. And I don't want nobody to play that fucking interview.
Oh.
I don't care if you from the church or not. Like, be respectful and do people right. Okay. Don't call people out their name, and don't make people feel like they're not safe in a place where they thought they were safe. Okay. I'm telling you right now. We need to work it out. Because if we don't, that's going to be a problem.
What's going to happen?
Simple love for Pastor Bryant.
Oh, he didn't. Shut up. So anyway, did he say the part about he gonna take the person, or somebody gonna get snatched out the pulpit if they play the interview? Yeah, he said that shit. Okay, so now let's listen to what Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant had to say in regards to what Ray J had to say. Okay. All right. So Jamal Harrison Bryant made an appearance on Ryan Cameron's show. I guess he has a podcast. If you all don't know Ryan Cameron, he was a huge DJ in Atlanta for many years. He was on was it V103? He was on there for many years. I think at one point that he left, went to another station in Atlanta. Then he left there. I want to say he came back to V103, and then he left V103, and then he went to DC for a minute, and then he came back. Okay, something like that. All right, I might have had one of those, sequences off, but all of that happened in some order. Okay, and now he's back, and he's the father of he's my girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. I'll put it that way, and the father of her baby. Hey, Dion. Okay, so anywho, so with that said, Ryan Cameron has a show now. I guess it looks like it might be a podcast or something. And Jamal Harrison Bryant was on there. They were interviewing. And then at the end of the interview, Ryan says, I got one more question for you. So let's listen to see what happens here.
One final question. You got threatened.
Yes.
Sure.
Stop.
Yes.
I got threatened.
Yes.
Not by white supremacists.
Yes.
Not by the Klan. Suge Knight is in jail. Who did I get threatened by?
By an R&B singer.
Not Brandy's brother.
Ooh.
Not. It can't be.
That's a
Not Brandy's brother. Why he can't be? Now that was shade. Okay. No, that was shade. Okay. He said not Brandy's brother. He said Suge Knight in jail. It can't be Suge. It could be the KKK. It wasn't no Nazi sympathizers. Nothing like that. It was Brandy's damn brother. Hey, Shell. It was Brandy's damn brother. Okay, so let's listen.
so we can call him as Brandy's brother.
When you woke up,
Yes.
because I'm sure, like most of us, you hit the alarm, or you get up, or Miss Carrie nudges you.
Yes.
And you saw your phone.
Well, he prayed.
Or after you put your feet. Well, he always does that.
First.
But I'm just saying,
Yes.
when he looked at the phone, and you saw all of what went through your head.
So I'm walking on the belt line.
Okay.
I'm walking on the true story. I'm walking on the belt line, and people are passing me on the belt line, saying, "Are you okay?" So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." Somebody else passed me like, "Man, keep your head up."
Wait.
I was like,
I'm
okay.
just walking on the belt
Yeah,
line. I'm fine.
yeah. So I'm just thinking people are just greeting me.
Right.
I get to the end, and this guy I don't know says, "Man, I guess you won't be going to the West Coast for a while." I said, "I just came from the West Coast."
Right.
So he said, no, with the beef with you and Ray J. So I said, "No, I don't have no beef with Ray J. I was just with him last week."
Right.
So he says, "No, he's threatening you online." I'm like, "I have no idea what you were talking about."
Right.
So a pedestrian on the belt line pulled up their phone and showed it to me. That's
how
it
you
is.
found
I
out
got
about
it. Yeah.
When you saw what he was saying,
I was in shock.
Okay. What is it that, I know you
happened?
said you were
Yes.
going to stick to the code
Yes.
and the parts, it was
So-
a safe space. He said, I thought this was a safe space. And if you air the interview in its entirety, there's going to be problems.
Yes. So a week ago, I'm in LA, and I bring him on to record the podcast. In the middle of the podcast, he says something that I believe he says something
Right.
that his lawyers came on the set of us shooting, saying that this is broaching something that has legal ramifications.
Okay.
I then say in the middle, said, "Hey man, this is a live to cut podcast. I don't do editing,
Right.
but this is my guy.
Right.
And I don't want him to have to pay money. I don't want to be liable. I tell you what, I'm going to edit this part, but anything else he says,
Right.
we gone."
Because he's been warned by his lawyers.
Right.
already.
Yes.
He knows better.
Yes.
Okay.
We go on and record. At the end, Ryan, of us recording, he's like, "Man, I really needed this. I'm going to come back to church. I've been out of church for a long time. I need to get right with God. I want to do a part 2. I said, "Oh, that'd be great."
Right.
So I said, "Listeners, you all heard it here first. Ray J wants to do a part 2. We're going to bring him back next year."
Mhm.
He says, "No, I want to do a part 2 before Christmas."
Okay.
Bet.
Yeah.
We hug it up, dap it up,
Yeah.
go our way.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. A week later, I'm like 50 cents with Floyd Mayweather. I woke up. What did I do?
Why you say 50?
Yeah.
Why
I'm like,
at the
what-
basket?
yeah,
What?
what-
Now let me say this. I didn't know what he meant by that. I'm like 50 Cent and Mayweather. Now I remember when 50 Cent and Mayweather were super duper tight, right? And then I remember when they weren't, but I never saw when the breakdown happened. So it wasn't until after this was said, I saw the clip where I guess Mayweather was mad at somebody and he said F so-and-so and F 50 and F somebody else. So 50 Cent said he woke up like, "What I do?" So that's what it sounds like Jamal is talking about. So
Just happened.
Right.
So, the threats are, and I'm like, "Man, I told you I'm going to take this part out."
Yeah.
So I didn't even know where it was coming from. My next call is from my lawyer, who says to me, "Hey man, my lawyer friend from LA called. Do you need more security?" Because he's associated.
listen to this, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, do I need security? I I'm not as big as this guy.
Not as big as Big Ray.
I'm not as big as Big Ray, but I can handle Ray J. I can handle Big Ray, but I can handle Ray J. I don't.
And let me tell you something. That's the other vibe that. Okay, now I'm gonna tell y'all. This is just me. I told you I left meeting him with a itsy bitsy teeny weeny tiny kind of sort of little itsy bitsy crush, but not a crush that I wanted to act upon. Just a little like, oh, okay, I'm feeling you, because he loved the Lord. He can preach his ass off, and he's smart, and he comes across like a nigga who can get with you in the alley, talk to you in the boardroom, and preach you under a pew in the church. I don't know no better combination than all that, okay? So he was like, look, I'm from Baltimore, okay? Now, that's the other thing. Let me say this real quick. Side note, I never hear that accent from him. I'm just saying. I've never heard him say parent. I never heard that. I hadn't heard that. I'm just saying, I just thought I'd throw that out there. But yeah, he grew up in Baltimore, yo. Okay. Anyway, so let's listen.
Need security, but it just snowballed and avalanched out of nowhere. And what was really disconcerting for me, drum roll. Thank you. Ray J has my number.
And that's
so I'm from Baltimore.
Call me.
So you
Pen pal, you are correct. He's not short. Look, I sat right next. I had dinner with this man. He was sitting right next to me. You know what I'm saying? I done stood up next to the man two, 3 times. Okay. I can handle this short because he ain't no tiny short. You know what I'm saying? He's not shorter than me. I'm 5'9.5". So he's at least like 5'10", 5'11". And I want to say I had on heels because I always wore heels back in the day, all the time. But I mean, look, when you standing on the shoulders of the Lord, how short are you? I'm just asking. It's a question. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay. Anyway, let's listen.
I don't know street beefs through IG.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Well,
so even if we got an issue, call me and have the beef and threaten me. If my posture was, no matter what you said, I'm still airing it. But if I agreed to the terms
right
in front of your lawyer on tape, then I didn't know what the beef was.
You got the receipts.
Yes.
Well, do you think that he really is just trying to maybe stir the pot because of this episode, just to get more attention, more eyes, that kind of thing?
Let me help you. The episode wasn't even airing this week. I didn't even tell him when it was going to air. He done more PR than what's necessary. Now you got to get the people what they want. Right. So we didn't even go over schedule. Again, this was the last Monday. So I got 6 or 7 shows in the can.
Yeah.
And in my mind,
you got to move your show. You got to move the Ray J show to the front of the queue.
It wasn't the plan.
You got to.
In my mind, people want to know about this election.
Right.
People's minds is on what's going on with JD Vance.
Right.
To me, it wasn't a good placement the week after election to put Ray J.
Right.
Nothing is happening. You understand? I'm not a social columnist.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm not interviewing you about the fight with Diddy's sons. I'm not interviewing you about Nicki Minaj. That's not my platform. So it was ill-timed and ill-fitted, but
when is it going to air?
When we going to see it?
So I don't know.
Come on.
No, really, I don't know.
Well, I know. It aired today, baby. It aired today. And I haven't watched it. I waited to watch it with y'all. But before we get into that, I want you to see how Ray J has now doubled back. He's doubled back and he has now apologized to Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant. And we're going to listen to his apology. Okay. So let me pull that up. Okay, so let's listen to the apology.
Ray J issues an apology to Pastor Jamal Bryant
Look, first off, I want to apologize to Jamal Bryant. It's not okay. I mean, speaking that kind of language to a pastor is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's
uncalled for.
Oh,
shit. Mm-hmm.
It's
fucked up.
Disrespectful.
Very.
It's distasteful.
Very. Quite.
It's disgraceful.
Absolutely.
In every sense.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I don't care what I said it for.
Yeah, I don't know.
No matter what prompted me to say that.
Yeah.
And Pastor Bryant knows some of the stuff that I was going through. I mean, I was going through it in the interview in real time.
I don't know what you was going through in this interview. We're going to find out what you was going through in this interview. But what I do know is it sounds like you tripping. Because you came out here and said this man disrespected you, that this man, you thought it was a safe space and he didn't do you right. And you were called out of your name. What, you just made up some shit. What was that about? Why? Something is really wrong with this dude. Even if it was all for show, even if it was all, I mean, I don't know what the hell. Like it's crazy. And I want to know what the hell he said in that interview that made that attorney jump out of his space and got up in everything and said, hey, we're gonna have to cut this. And then what Jamal says is that he doesn't want to put Ray J in a situation where he has to pay something. So I don't know what the hell was said, because I was like, did he say something about Whitney? Did he say something about what was on that note that Whitney gave Brandy? Did he say something about being at a Diddy party? What the hell did he say? I don't know what he said, but I need y'all to like this motherfucking video. That I do know, okay? That I know. I know that I need that from you, okay? Or I'm going to cuss y'all out, okay? All right? I'm going to snatch all of y'all out the pulpits, okay? If y'all don't hit the damn like button, now let's listen.
But to show my frustration like that is not cool. Saying I'm going to snatch somebody off the pulpit and they're a pastor is being blasphemy.
Look, I don't give a damn about him being a pastor, and even you saying that. If the man has said something or done something to you, but we already know he didn't. We already know that man ain't said or did nothing to you to make you come out here and talk stupid. And what I do believe is his mama and daddy called his ass. That's what I believe in my heart. That's what I believe in my heart. I believe a parent called his ass. Somebody got in his ass and they said, you need to apologize. You tripping. That's what I think. That's what I think happened. Yeah, someone said, does he travel with his attorney? No, they were in LA. So even though Jamal Harrison Bryant is based out of Atlanta, he just said he was on the West Coast. They did that interview in Los Angeles. Okay. So, and that's where Ray J lives. And maybe because, if you notice, Ray J has been doing a serious tour. He been on everybody's show, everybody's podcast. He done even jumped up on Instagram Live with Nicki Minaj. Now, he didn't have no heat for her when she was basically calling him gay. I mean, Nicki Minaj said, when you gonna come out the closet? That's what I heard her say. I heard her say it. He had no smoke for her. He ain't had no smoke for Diddy's kids. And they tried to whoop his ass. They tried to jump him. He ain't got no smoke for them. He even told Whack 100, nah, fam, it's all, it is what it is. It's cool. It's cool. But you got all this heat for Jamal Harrison Bryant? He should have whooped your ass, Ray J. I wish that he wasn't as holy as he was, all the holiness he was giving you in that moment. I wish he wasn't, because you need your ass whooped. Now he should do it. Now, but see, I must not be as saved as Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant, because that's where I would be with it. But you ain't had no smoke for them 3 young boys that tried to whoop your ass in front of the world. Hell, what's her name? Oh shit. Hazel E. Hazel E had to jump in to save your ass. Hazel E and Chris Brown had to protect your little bitch ass from them 3 little boys. But you got all this smoke from what's majigger for Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant. Boy, bye. Okay? Brandy's brother.
Or on that same level, whatever that means. It's not okay. My bad, Pastor Bryant. I apologize, man. I lost it.
Yeah, you did.
I'm human.
Yeah, are you?
People go through stuff, and I was very angry because I'm scared that some of the stuff I said that I.
But that ain't got nothing to do with him. You said the dumb shit. Whatever the hell you said it. He didn't make you say it. He offered to edit the shit out and warned you that if you continue to say bullshit, it's going to air. Now, whose fault is that? But you didn't say shit about them boys that was trying to whoop your ass. I do know this too. It wasn't until they tried to jump you and whoop your ass that you start switching the narrative. Like, I think that he innocent. Now, that's some bitch ass shit right there. Now, that's some bitch ass shit. I'm just saying. But let's listen. Brandy's brother.
Wasn't supposed to say could affect me legally and stuff like that. So I just lost it, and I shouldn't have said words like that. Pray for me. If you would have me at your church next time you are fellowshipping, I would love to come through and pray with you in person.
I want Jamal Harrison Bryant to pray for you while the rest of the congregation whoops your ass. Okay. See, that's why I know. See, this is the human in me. Okay. Yes, I do think I'm anointed. Yes, I do think I know God is the head of my life. I know he has shown me grace and mercy, and yet and still sometimes a nigga need his ass whooped. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Hey, Sassy Experience.
Pray with you with the whole church. I apologize to the whole Newburgh. And whenever you are preaching again, or whenever I can come through on a positive.
Oh, he preach every Sunday. It's a church. He the pastor. When you think he gonna be in the pulpit again preaching, nigga? Boy, bye. Brandy's brother.
To just say I'm sorry personally to you and the church and the fellowship. Please have me. I would love to do that as well. And again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you, my mama, my daddy. I come from the church.
But I tell you, I think his mama and his daddy got in that ass. Brandy ain't fucking with him right now. I'm telling you that right now. Brandy ain't fucking with him. Okay. I'm just saying. And I mentioned this yesterday or whatever. Hey, Queen Tulsa. Shut up, Queen Tulsa. I know I said this the other day about shit. I done lost my train of thought. What did I say the other day about Brandy? Oh, about Marla. So I mentioned that Marla. Was I talking to y'all? Or was I talking to somebody else? Anyway, just FYI. So my friend Marla Thomas that comes on here on a regular basis, right? Marla's good friends with Brandy. Marla and Brandy play tennis every week. Okay. Every single week. And we had, by the way, every Monday, Marla is hosting a Zoom for Black women called Black Women Unite. We're trying to figure out a way to take control, to demonstrate power and unity, not only as a community of Black people, but as Black women in particular, right? So anyway, we're in the Zoom and she's like, look, I'm just done with all these, these people who voted for Trump, this, that, and the other. Because see, I didn't know until after the election that this dude was even out there campaigning with or for Donald Trump. See, another reason why I don't like your ass. At this point, I can't deal with you. Okay, for real, for real. So Marla threw up. She was like, look, I don't care who they are. I am not going to be putting up with this. And I separate myself from certain people. And I'm only saying it because she said it publicly. You know, she said it on the Zoom. And she was like, I'm not dealing with it. She was like, and I've had to share that privately and publicly. So I'm like, oh, she must have told Brandy. She ain't fucking with Ray. But to me, and Marlon didn't tell me this, but from the word on the curb is that Brandy ain't fucking with Brandy's brother right now. Okay. Brandy ain't fucking with Brandy's brother. Okay. I'm sure she love her brother, but she ain't fucking with Brandy's brother. I'm just saying. So let's listen. Hurry up, Ray J. Hurry up.
Those things is foul. And I was foul, and I'm sorry. Okay? I'd love to see you soon, and we pray together about it. And hopefully you can knock off some of this negative energy around me.
Knock off? That's what I would do. I would knock the fucking socks off of you. Okay? I would knock you the fuck out and then pray for you. That's what I would do. But see, I'm not Jamal Harrison Bryant. I'm not a pastor. I'm just this little old black girl from Columbus, Ohio, who doesn't give a fuck about people like you who do fucked up shit and try to humiliate people in public who haven't done a damn thing to you. Okay? That's just me. That's who I am. Okay? But then again, Brandy's brother, that's, you know, that you better be glad it's Jamal Harrison Bryant. And not me. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Brandy's brother.
And around my soul, man.
Yeah, your soul is fucked up.
And we can start fresh.
You're going to have to. Yeah. You're going to have to start fresh and take a whole bunch of baths and get baptized about 4 or 5 times. Boy, I fuck with you. But anywho, so let's go right into the interview that I have not seen. It is 46 minutes long. So I'm going to try my damnedest not to stop it too many times, but you know, I got to stop it for reactionary purposes. Okay. Jamal Harrison Bryant, I love you. I really do. But please don't try to strike me or no bullshit, sir. I'm over here singing your praises, sir. Because I don't know how new you are to this YouTube space. So let me just say this for your benefit. I'm activating fair use, sir. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for the purposes of criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Okay, Lord. All right, Lord. Tell him, Lord, because you got a direct line to our brother. Yes, you do, sir. And so, dear God in heaven, I ask that you send our dear brother a message and let him know that I mean him no harm. I mean him no disrespect. I am not Brandy's brother. No, I am not. So, Lord, just let him know I'm here. I'm on his side, Lord. Okay. So please tell him, don't strike your sister, Lord. Okay. Tell him, Lord, don't strike your sister. Okay. Thank you, Lord. Okay. Now let's get into it. Let me share this screen. Okay. All right. So let's get it. All right. Seems pretty relaxed there, if you ask me. Looks very relaxed. Okay. Comfortable. Looks like a safe space. He has soft seating. Okay. They're in there together. Yes, God. So he looks very comfortable. He looks like he doesn't feel on guard about anything. So let's just see what happened. Okay. Let's listen.
I climbed off the roof and I went off to the side of the roof and I just laid down. Right. So here's the hole down all the way down here. And I'm just laying on my roof. I climbed over and I lay here. And I went to sleep. And I said, if I fall off, then it was meant to be. Right? If I fall off the roof because I just passed out and I actually just wanted to like lean over, then it was meant to be. I even mentioned when they said everybody in the church was doing it. And I'm like, now everybody in the church is doing it. So now I can't turn cheek to cheek because if somebody hit me in my cheek, all I'm thinking about is butt cheeks, right? I said it.
What?
And it went viral.
See, this is why Nicki Minaj said, come on out the closet, because you shouldn't be thinking about butt cheeks. I got a feeling we're not referring to a woman's butt cheeks. I'm certain that's not what you was talking about just now. I want to know why you worried about some butt cheeks, sir. While you talking to the pastor, okay? He's not interested in that. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I guess hopefully we'll get some context because you sound crazy. But anywho, you acting crazy too. So hey, anywho, let's listen. Yay!
Hey, family, this is Dr. Jamal Bryant. Welcome to a special edition of the Let's Be Clear podcast. We are live from Los Angeles, California, because we're not local, we're global.
All right now.
I'm excited because one of the most significant figures for this generation has...
See, Dr. Bryant, now you're doing too much, okay? He's not that significant. He's not. I mean, now look, I will give Brandy's brother one thing. Okay, he has had some influence even behind the scenes, you know, in the sense that, well, I mean, I think the thing that really just kind of took him over, and he didn't have as much success as his partner did, but you know, that little sex tape he did, it evidently it sort of boosted their careers. Okay, now. I again, as I stated, he didn't have the same level of success that Kim Kardashian had. He ain't making the same kind of money that Kim Kardashian makes, but well, he didn't. I don't know what's going on with Raycon, because you know he created his own little technology company, and it was doing pretty well. I think you would think someone who has so much at his disposal that he would do better with it. But he also was very influential in the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. By the way, my friend Marla Thomas was on for one season because her daughter, Monique Slaughter, was one of the stars. Monique Slaughter also connected to Ray J. Ray J is instrumental in that particular franchise coming about in LA, and was influential as far as who came on. Then when you look at what was going on over there at Zeus, he was very influential over there as well. He was one of the co-creators and producers of a lot of the first conversations that were going on. You know, when those people would come together and they have those one-on-one conversations, Ray J was a big part of that. He was a producer of that. Now, mind you, now that I bring that up, you know, Lemmy, I can't think of his last name, but Lemmy, the owner and CEO of Zeus Network, they got into it too. I want to say that's one of the first brush ups that I saw of Ray J in the last few months. It started off with that situation. Ray J, I don't know what the hell Ray J said or did, but Lemmy was like, he was like talking his stuff. I want to say he punched at Ray J. Ray J is getting beat the fuck up out here. So that's why I'm saying you got a lot in there. I think he thought he could punk Jamal Harrison Bryant. That's what I think. I think he wanted to get his rocks off because everybody getting theirs off on his head. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not impressed with it at all. But he has had a lot of opportunities and created some opportunities for other people. Then he went on to have the Raycon brand and all of that. I mean, he is always, I don't know, Ray J's a clown. He's a joke in many ways. But on the flip side, he has been able to create opportunities not only for himself, but for others, only for him to be out here acting a damn fool. And I don't know why he thinks he should be the spokesperson on this whole Diddy mess anyway. Because initially he was talking bad, like, oh, that's a mess. And that was terrible with Cassie, what happened to Cassie and this, that, and the other. And now he's flipping it. Like, I think these people lying. Anywho, back to you, doctor.
Let's come in to have a candid, clear, and a coherent conversation about life and what it means in a post-pandemic reality. Would you please welcome, who needs no introduction, the one and only Ray J?
Yeah.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad to have you.
I'm sweating a little bit because I'm a little nervous. It's like a sinner sitting at the front row of church.
No, listen.
Kind of just feel
Sit in the balcony. You're fine. You ain't even got to sit in the choir loft.
The front row is pressure for me.
No.
It's pressure for make you want to get baptized every time.
Oh, listen, we got a pool right here. We can jump.
And you need to be baptized. He should have drowned your ass back there because obviously you got a lot of hell up in you, boy. You hear me, boy? You hear me, Brandy's baby brother? Huh? My God, today.
Right on there.
Jesus.
Last time I saw you, we was in a church.
Yes, we was in a church.
What were we doing there?
And we were
because you weren't in my church.
We were shooting a One Wish movie.
Yes.
And what you told me it's like the final part of the movie.
What? Queen Brielle? He got a Rico. There's a Ray J's looking at a Rico? What? My God. Okay.
Where I have the redemption that I'm looking for, but I appreciate you doing that for me. And it was a themed like movie, so it was the 60s going into the 70s. So we had the perms, we had the Elvis Presley look, then we had the afros.
Yes.
And I know the first wig that I had you try on, it wasn't it.
Yeah.
And you said, Ray, this ain't the wig for me. And I said, let me go get another wig. I came back with the afro wig.
Yes.
And that wig really did it.
It fit me.
I'm gonna give y'all the clip too of the show. So I don't know if y'all want to add it in.
We gotta add it. The people want to see it.
It's loud, but it's really good. It's really good.
I'm grateful. It is.
Thank you. So anything you need from me, are you like anything? Just you call me first time. I'm here.
Really? You're so grateful for whatever this man has done for you, supporting you, allowing you to come on his show once again to talk to you. Only for you to leave there after everybody in Hollywood then tried to whoop your ass. This fool right here.
This is it. This is what I needed.
And I appreciate it.
I didn't throw my chip on the table. It is very hard for Black people in America dating back to Sammy Davis Jr. to really emerge. It is harder to create a family legacy, whether you're dealing with the Jacksons, you're dealing with the Wayans, or anybody else. How has this level of stardom impacted family life?
For me, big time. Big time. And, whether good or bad, I think the family has had my back.
Yeah.
And, Brandy, my mom, my dad. My mom and dad understand my goals, I think, a little more than, maybe Brandy, as far as like a lot of stuff that I've been involved in. But I think overall it's coming back around, man.
Yeah.
I want to spend more time with the family, and I want us to talk more, and I want us to spend a lot more time together. We haven't in a while, but again, time does everything.
No, it will. You are a real futurist, and I am afraid, Ray J, that time is going to treat you better than present.
I hope so, man.
No, really, the things that you have been able to do in business is a very rare commodity.
No,
So I wanted to pause, wanted to salute you, because so many times you can be in the middle of genius. One writer said, the closest thing to insanity is genius.
Well, that's true, but I need to understand what the fuck happened with Whitney. I mean, let's. Are we gonna get to that? Because I hope Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant asks, what the hell happened to Whitney, and why was you leaving out the hotel after all this shit went down? What was you supplying Whitney with? What did Whitney say in that note to Brandy? Those the questions I need answers to. Fuck the Diddy shit. Fuck what happened with Zeus. Fuck what happened in this interview. I need to understand what the hell happened to Whitney. is what I need to know. But okay, Brandy's brother, let's listen.
Wow.
And I think a lot of times people misunderstand because you're always thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Always taking
sometimes thinking too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes thinking too much. But I appreciate that. And when we doing business, like corporate business, you rarely like boast about
wait a
it.
minute. Yeah. Is it deja vu? Is that your name? Deja vu. Is that it? Child, I was struggling trying to figure that up. Okay, deja vu. What you mean? No, Whitney. Sorry. What you mean? Elaborate. I don't know what that means. Okay, but let's listen.
Because in real corporate business, the partners and the governance of the company and everything, they don't want that.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times people don't really know what we're doing behind the scenes. It's just because it's not appropriate in doing business, and our partners really kind of want to fly under the radar so we can stay ahead of the competition.
Right.
Whether it's in earbuds or it's in electric transportation, we going up against these massive mega brands with billions, maybe trillions, right?
Oh, Deja Vu said they ain't talk about Whitney. Well, damn it, man. That's a very important question. I wonder if you think that was... I want to know what the hell this dude said that got him all scared. Okay. I want to know why he was so scared. But what had him in his fees? I want to understand why the attorney jumped all up like, oh wait, like what the fuck? Anyway, let's get into it.
And we find ourselves inside the competition. And so sometimes, most of the time, people don't know really what we do on the back. But it's important to keep that discipline and keep like Ray J, the artist and the character, in the forefront of the...
Deja Vu said, yes, I think that's what they cut out along with other things. So here's the thing, though. The only reason why, at first I thought it could have had something to do with Whitney, but then when you hear Jamal Bryant say, I don't want him to have to pay, you know what I mean? Like, it sounded like the way he worded it was like maybe money kind of pay. I don't know. I want to know what the hell he said. But he was so scared. So it could have been. That's why I was like, what's it about? Child, I want to know. I need to understand. But anyhow.
Media, because it's just two different worlds,
People have literally watched you grow up or have grown up with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like everybody's like cousin that they love and hate all the time. You know what I'm saying? They love me sometimes and then they hate me sometimes.
Hold on. I promise I'm gonna let this go, but hold on. Not that one. The Elite Diva said, what could he have said about Whitney that would get him in legal trouble? I don't know if I doubt he would say something like he was there in the room or anything like that. But I wonder if he might have said, like, I was thinking, like, could it be drug related? You know what I'm saying? Like, could it be? Because, they say he was allegedly. Look, I'm not saying this. I'm repeating what I've heard. Okay. I wouldn't know at all. But they say he was supplying Whitney with the drugs. That's what they say. And he was in that hotel that day. And Leola Brown, who I've been trying to get Miss Leola over here. I've even spoken to Miss Leola. She was, coming out here a lot, spilling tea. And some of her stuff was theory based too. Not that she actually knew a lot, but I do believe this part. She said that whomever it was, because whoever it was that came in the room after Whitney's passing, when they discovered her body and whatnot. Now, I know that her bodyguard at the time was, I want to say his name was Ray. His name is Ray. That was Pat's brother, though. So I'm guessing it's not him who told Leola this, but Leola Brown, who is Bobby Brown's older sister. Leola says that she was told that the room was in disarray. that the room was just like as if there had been some sort of struggle. They also say that she had bruising on her. Okay. There was that. And then they say she was found face down in the tub and the water was hot to touch. That the water was hot to touch, which would make you think the water had just been, put in the tub, but that she had bruises. And here's the other thing. And I believe this because my mother always taught me this, and I don't do it either because of this reason. Whitney would never, ever, ever take a bath in a hotel because you never know it. It's just never going to be clean enough, for you to want to get up in it. My mother will always say, you take your shower shoes. You don't step in the tub. You don't take no bath in that damn tub. Hell, you don't do nothing in the tub. And I believe that Whitney, when I heard Whitney, that was her practice as well. I believe it. So there's something transpired. And when they ran the toxicology report, while there was all these drugs supposedly in the room, she didn't have all those drugs in her body. So there's been all of this mixed messaging. Now, again, I wasn't there, so I don't know what's the truth. But for whatever reason, I believe that. I believe a lot of what she said. And she feels that there was something going on as to why Ray J was trying to sneak out of the building so fast. And, because they catch him coming out the building. Him and not Brandy, his sister, but Brandy, who she says she's Whitney's goddaughter. I don't know. Nobody else seems to believe that, but I don't know here nor there. But Brandy, who was also very good friends with Ray J's family, who also was on Love and Hip Hop for a couple of seasons too. So it was him and her and like two other people. And they were all seen leaving out. So all I'm saying is something, I don't know. But let's listen, child. Enough about Whitney since she ain't even being discussed in this damn interview, child. So
sometimes, but we all been growing together.
Yeah.
And we all make mistakes. And I think throughout my mistakes, people have probably made mistakes too, right? And so whether relatable or not, I've always just been, willing to hold myself accountable and be apologetic and take the L and learn from it. So I think that's why I'm able to continue to keep going, because I can watch myself do something bad, and nobody really has to tell me that was bad. I can see it, and I'll make the adjustments.
It is not really a mistake when we learn from them.
Absolutely.
That they are lessons.
Absolutely. And they're needed.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I wanted to ask you, we have seen 3 to 4 iterations or chapters of your development and your growth. From when we first were introduced to you, that's Brandy Low brother.
Yeah, I love that time.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandy brother. Okay, that's your name from now on. I don't even think I want to say Ray J. Just like I don't really like to say that orange man's name that's about to be in the White House again. Whoopi Goldberg had me calling him 45. I wouldn't call him his name either. But now I do, I guess, a little bit. I don't want to talk about his raggedy ass. But I'm just saying, you Brandy's brother. Period. Okay? Little raggedy shit.
Tell me why you like that time.
It's just because there was no pressure and I was just having fun. I didn't really want to be in the gang, but Brandy wanted me to be with her, and she supported her little brother. And so I was everywhere with her. She put me on all the videos. And so at that time, I was just living life, you know what I mean? And with no pressure, no bills, no nothing, just talent and just somebody like my mom, dad, and Brand that just kept me motivated.
Do you feel like that was your happiest season?
Yeah, I think so. I really, like, through every season, like, it's been going so fast. I really haven't got a chance to look back and just, like, absorbed everything that's happening.
Yeah.
Because there's so much. And sometimes when you do that, you might fall into either a depression inside of a trophy room that you're trying to catch up to again, or you're trying to reach for something that I think will already meet you there, as long as you just put in the work and as long as you just let the time do it.
The second chapter or iteration, we were reintroduced to you as an adult was through the tape. My question is not about the tape. My question is, how has sexuality impacted you in your identity?
Why in the hell does everybody want to talk about this man's sexuality? Now, I know that he means, like, regards to the video. I think that's the way he's trying to refer to it. But I just think it's interesting that everybody now, every time I turn around, there's some reference like this dude might be a little sweet. Okay, might have a little sugar in his tank. I want to understand this. Is that why is everybody saying this? Now, I never thought it before. I never thought it. But now that it keeps, and I don't think that's what Jamal Harrison Bryant's referencing, but I just can't get it out of my mind ever since Nicki Minaj was like, when you gonna come out the closet? And do you know he never once made it sound like I ain't gay? I mean, look, and if he gay, that's his business. That's between him and Princess Love. I don't give a shit. Okay. I'm just saying, why I don't know. I don't know. But here's the other thing, and then I promise I'm gonna let it play again. In retrospect, remember, he was the first call-in/interview that the Breakfast Club ever had. And that was right after he had this confrontation with Fabulous, right? They were out in Vegas. I don't know what the event was, but it was a group of them. He was with Mayweather and them, and Ray was with Mayweather and them. Fab, I don't know. I guess Fab was partying with them for a minute, but I don't know. I don't know what happened exactly, but he made it sound like he had slapped the shit out of Fabulous, and Fabulous said that never happened. And I believe Fabulous. I actually believe Fabulous at the time, but I believe him even more now because Ray just be talking to be talking. He says stupid shit. And he was talking big stuff when he called into the Breakfast Club, and he was saying, I'll slap the shit out you. Bring Fabulous on. Call him right now. I'll slap the shit out of him. Like he could slap him through the phone. It was really stupid, when he said that. But he went a step further and said, I'll call my dudes and they will come and put something in his booty, okay, in them cheeks. That's what he said. What they call them, booty goons. That's what he said. Like he was gonna bring the people over there to do that. So the fact that that was said then, Nicki Minaj and said, when you coming out the closet, he never once suggested that he wasn't gonna come out the closet, or that he could. I mean, he didn't say anything like, not that kind of closet. He never said nothing. I'm just saying, I don't know, child. I just think it's interesting. Very interesting. Because I think he was real cool with Suge Knight too, I believe. Yeah. And I think he says that I've heard them for some time say that Snoop is his cousin, but I don't know if Snoop is their real cousin or, just like the cousin that you grow up with. Nola, your girl said, where there's smoke, there's fire, V. Child, I'm just think it's interesting that he ain't had shit to say to Nicki Minaj when she was calling him out on sexuality. I don't know. And I remember him talking about them booty goons. Now I'm serious. That's what I remember him saying, that he was gonna have somebody come do that. Then to turn around and understand that he was really working with or super cool with Diddy. But now he's saying he was never at one of them. He was never at a FO. I don't know if I believe that either. How is a dude who's a whole peace star, like, really, let's be clear, he'd been Brandy's brother all his life, but it wasn't until that video that things sort of took a turn for him. And ironically, it took a turn for the better for him. I just think that that's interesting. I just think that's interesting. And I'm one of those people that think that if you put your hands on a woman, 9 times out of 10, you hate women. And if you hate women, it's because you might want to be a booty goon. That's all I'm saying. That's just I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying those are the things that run through my head. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's listen, y'all. Wait, what happened? Is he talking? Oh, shit.
So there's layers to this answer. So there's the comedic,
yes,
side to the answer, and then there's a
well, wait, you mean the marriage that Brandy had? Is that what you're talking about? No Little Girl? No Little Girl said his mama faked the whole marriage, V. You mean the marriage that Brandy had when she had that baby? Because him and Princess Love did get married. But every time I turn around, they got some kind of struggle. And it always looks like Princess Love. Now, here's the thing. As beautiful, as gorgeous as that Princess Love is, she don't seem like she's scared to scrap, okay? She'll scrap a woman and she'll scrap this little nigga, okay? That's what it seems like to me. And I think that it always was made to look like she just, was off the chain and violent and that sort of thing. And I believe that she's often provoked. And I do believe that she loved him and was trying her best. And even when she would try to walk away, he does something to pull her back in only to do something else. And next thing you know, they're going at it again. And then just recently, when they called out their wedding for the umpteenth time, those babies, he goes live. This is some bitch ass shit too, if you ask me. Here he is having a whole confrontation with his wife in front of his 2 small children at that. They are completely distraught. Princess Love is somewhere else in the house. And he decides to go live to let us know what's going on or to paint a narrative. Because that's all that was. Because there's no reason in the world he needed to go live. He could have, if he felt like he needed to have some sort of proof of something, he could have just recorded it on his phone. But no, he goes live and his babies are there distraught. And he's acting like he's calming them down. But the way he's saying things, that there has been a physical confrontation that took place. And the fact that he would not only disrespect Princess Love, his children are traumatized by it. They may never forget that. As small as they are, you'd be surprised of the memories a child is left with. Hell, I have a memory of a bad dream, the worst nightmare I ever had in my life. I was about 3 years old. I'll never forget it. And it wasn't that it was so scary, but I woke up in the middle of the night. I was in my baby bed. Okay, my grandpa, who told me to stop cussing, grandpa and grandma had come to visit. They're in my mom and dad's bedroom, right? And I'm in the baby bed sleeping in there with them. We had a German Shepherd at the time. And the German Shepherd was, a beautiful dog. He was a show dog, as a matter of fact. He was very protective of me. And I think that one of the reasons why he was in that bedroom that night was because he like, who these people in the house with my baby, because he thought I was his baby, right? But I woke up in the middle of the night and his face, I remember this, y'all. His face was in between the bars of the baby bed. And I just happened to turn around, and his eye, because it's dark and his eyes are light, you know, they were lit, like they looked like two little lights. And here I am waking out my sleep. And I screamed bloody murder because it woke me up. It startled me. I remember standing up in that bed, screaming my head off, and my grandparents was like I startled them. Now, again, that was a dream. I remember that shit like it was yesterday, okay? Can you imagine if you see your parents that you love, and they are putting their hands on each other? Like, I didn't think that was cool at all. So the fact that he wouldn't even respect those babies enough to just try to calm them down and to be supportive of his children. He didn't focus on the children. He's focused on himself. That was all about himself. He didn't have to, if he wanted to tape it because this woman is attacking him and he, you know, may need to have this as proof that this woman was coming at him. That's one thing. But to go live, that was all about him maintaining some sort of image. And he didn't want her to come out here and tell the truth on his ass, because she has had to do it before. So I think that that's really what was going on there. So I just don't appreciate that. So this little nigga is a bitch. Okay, that's all I'm saying. He's a bitch ass nigga. Okay, he is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Okay, I'm just calling a thing. And I'm using the language that really spells it out and makes people understand what I'm actually calling this fool. Because I think that was not cool. He's very selfish and he's very spoiled, because this is the thing. He plays on people a lot. See, he's not as talented as his sister. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we're not going to play with it. The boy can play the piano. He has written music. He's had a one-hit wonder here or there. But for the most part, he's not as talented as she, and he hasn't been as successful in music as she. And the mother used to spend all her time on the road with Brandy. And even she has said she felt guilty when she would come home, because he'd be home with the dad and she would be on the road with Brandy. And when she come home, because she felt guilty about being on the road with Brandy all the time, she would let him get away with murder. And while she was gone, and dad, I don't know what dad was doing as to why he wasn't paying attention more to his son. I'm not trying to dog the dad. I'm just saying the thing is this. Ray is out in the streets running with gangs and stuff. He's running with street niggas. And his sister is Brandy. They live a good life. His family is in church. His dad was a vocal coach for many people and played in the church. So the fact that he decided that he was going to spend his time in the streets running with street dudes says something too. He's just spoiled. So I think that, anyway, I just think that they have all contributed to the problem he has become, because also Brandy probably felt guilty because she gets all the attention. You know what I mean? And so she's feeling guilty. She loves her brother. He loves her. I just think that everybody was coddling this fool. And so that's why he does the shit he does. He's a grown ass man who acts like he's still 16. So anyway.
There's a more serious side. The comedic side keeps me I guess I'm trying to find a word. The comedic side keeps it fun. But there's a really, really, really dark side to it. And it's like if you were looking at a therapist and they said, okay, he did his jacket. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Something's changing, right? Yeah. The comedic side, I would say, You know, it's crazy because, you know, it's like, you know, everything is 10 times bigger on TV, right? Like we all are, like when you see me on TV, a lot of people say, damn, I thought you were taller.
Right.
Because everything is what? You get 10 pounds more on TV? Is that kind of right?
Yes.
That goes for all body parts.
Right. Yes.
So it's been a lot of disappointment.
Nigga, was that a are we making another reference to sex again? Was that what that was? Was it? I'm just saying. Ray J, we've all seen your member, and it's sizable. I get it. But is that all you bring to the table? I'm just asking. But it is 20 pounds. You look 20 pounds heavier on screen, and I believe you're itty bitty. Most people in Hollywood are teeny tiny people. Now that's a fact. I don't care how tall you think they are, they're not. Okay, there are very few tall people in Hollywood. Boris Kojo is tall. He's 6'4", 6'5". I think he's 6'4". I don't think Morris Chestnut is as tall as we think they are, as he is. Most of these people are very short. Yeah. So I'm sure he looks like an itty bitty, which was one of the reasons why I was like, what is this Whitney Houston thing? Like, I don't know. I mean, I didn't get it. So, because Whitney was my height. I think she was 5'9". I'm 5'9.5". I think she could have even been 5'10", and very thin, you know? So yeah, anyway.
Mm-hmm. And what they're expecting to see. It's been tough for me. It's been tough.
Right. But the good news is that's not who you are.
What?
It's not who you are.
What? What ain't?
You're a new creature.
Shit.
All of us have the good news, if nobody's said it to you, you've outlived the past.
No, wait. Shit.
You've outlived the past. Look how much business you've done.
But I think the business side of it and our real skills is in like marketing, right? So I think our survival in the game is inevitable because we do literally have the skills to create a business with the right partners, and it becomes successful from the ground up.
Yeah.
But
I know that that's what he was saying, Sassy, but it's not. No, it's not though. I mean, it really. I mean, I saw it. I don't think that was a. I'm just saying. I know that he was. I'm just saying. Why are we talking about it? You know what I mean? But I do think it is big. I mean. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Did you see it? Sure. I mean, I'm just saying what I'm saying. Anywho, what are y'all saying here? Oh God, wait. Miss Lexa said, I actually have their father's, Mr. Norwood's gospel CD, and it's truly awesome. Brandy, Ray J, and him do a song trio. His children got their talent from him. I believe that. Oh, I know the father was a vocal coach as well. I think he was minister of music at their church. So I believe that he can sing a little. I mean, I'm not going to say the boy can't sing at all. I mean, he doesn't sound real crazy lately. I don't know why, but you know, he's not the talent that Brandy is. That's for damn sure. You know, Brandy is the vocal Bible. She is. I remember right before she came out. So you guys, real quick, and then I promise we'll get back into this. But so my son's father, who came on here, right? I also had his sister on. His sister, who's coming back very soon. I just talked to her yesterday. So we're scheduling her to come back. She is a celebrity chef. She's the chef for Will Smith and other stars, but Will Smith in particular. And I remember she and I were talking. This was it was a long time ago. Just put it that way. It was 30 plus years ago. And she said, that girl right there is the bomb. She can, and Cynthia can sing as well. Cynthia sing her ass off. But she doesn't sing. She is a, she's a celebrity chef. But she was like, Val, she's cold. I was like, really? She's like, yeah. And this was when Brandy's first album came out. And so I'm listening to it and I'm like, okay, she has a nice sound or whatever. But Cynthia knew a little better. She knew more about, him than her than I did. So it's a known thing. Brandy is super duper dope. She has a very, very great voice. And if Cynthia says that and her brother says that, then it is that. Trust and believe. Anywho.
Yeah, like you said, it's just like, damn, dang. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Dang.
What other son? Hold on. What other son? Queen Black. Whose other son? The other son. It's just two of them, ain't it? Unless, did the dad have a child before he got with their mother? Is that what you're saying? Because that sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't know that I know anything about that person, if that's the case. Who is that, Queen Black?
Man, that was cold, Pastor.
No, we being 100. Let me help you another way. So some years ago, I was up to become president of a national organization.
The NAACP. When I met him, he had just finished. He was the youth ambassador for the national NAACP. See, that's another thing. I'm telling you, this man is brilliant, and people, I get it. I get why they say the things they say about Jamal Harrison Bryant. I get it, but you got to, if you're gonna tell the truth about one thing, let's tell the truth about everything. He's smart. He's anointed. He's connected, and he has a passion for community and people. So, anywho. Yes, Queen Black, tell us, who the hell is the other son? Oh, yes, before the marriage. Okay, I do vaguely remember that he was married before I had a kid, but I've never seen that person. Have you seen him? Did he ever come on the show when they had their what's-a-majigger, their reality show? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's listen.
Didn't get the job. I was crushed. I was devastated. The next day is the first time I went viral because I preached these hoes ain't loyal.
Yes.
Because I was preaching out of my pain. I was preaching out of the process. So my behavior was connected.
Now that was problematic. Okay. Now I will say this: when he came to my church, he had a bunch of tape series. That one of them, that he had these types of titles that would draw you in. You would think that they were secular and based. Like one said something about sexual something. I can't remember. Sexual healing or something. It was something like that. And one of them he talked about too. He was like, look, a lot of women are attracted to him. Bella said, yes, he did. From the pulpit, he said, these hoes ain't loyal. I was like, oh, Lord, Jamal, why you do that? But anyway, but he used to have these titles that were catchy. But the truth is, if you listen to him, he had a message. But one thing he would say too in the pulpit was that he recognized that women were attracted to him, not because of how he looked, not because that he, the way he dressed or the way he moved or whatever. He said, it's the God. I mean, he's like, it's the anointing. Sometimes people are attracted to the greatness in you that is of God, and it's not about you at all. So he would always kind of touch on stuff like that, and but yeah, but when he went that far, he said these hoes ain't loyal. I was like, what? It was right around the time that Chris Brown's song had just come out not too long before that. So yeah, it was crazy. To
stuff I hadn't resolved inside of me. A lot of people don't understand to live under the light. It doesn't just shine, but it burns. It's a lot of pressure. So people who have not walked that path don't understand the decisions that you made or the choices that you've made or the actions that you've made.
This is deep. Yeah.
Is that not true?
No, it is, but dang.
Yeah.
Dang, Pastor.
Yeah, so you live through it in various ways, and it's harder for you to bounce that off of people who haven't been in that light.
No, it's real. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. Yo, so I should go deeper.
Please, let's go scuba diving.
But if I do, now I'm saying this because depending on like the situation I'm in right now, like I could go there, but I might not be able to go there. Meaning I might have to say we can't go where that is because I'm at a crossroads in this situation where it's either truth or it's money. And so I'm choosing truth, but a lot of the team is choosing money.
Yeah.
And so we're at this crossroad where it's like, I want to choose the truth anyway. So it's like, so I don't want to choose the money.
Wait, Deja Vu said, this is where he sounds high. You know, I don't think he sounds high. I think he's inarticulate. I think he's got something on his mind. I think he may be trying to be authentic about whatever it is he's thinking, and he doesn't know how to communicate it. You know what I mean? Not the gummies are kicking in. I don't think he sounds high. I think he's dealing with some shit. I do think he could be battling with something. Someone said earlier in the chat that whatever happened with Whitney, or there's something about Whitney that has him probably still in turmoil with himself, maybe. And I think that there might be some truth to that, because if you recall how he acted at the funeral, and they say he just broke down and he was messed up about it. And then you start to hear these things like he was there, and why was he there, and what was that about, and this, that, and the other. And people were saying, you know, did he have something to do with it? Not like he was in there strangling her or anything, but that maybe, you know, because someone has said they thought that he had given her a bad bag of, well, Leola has said that. Pat, who I have never heard anybody who knows her or knows anything about Pat. Not one person has said something positive about Pat, but that's neither here nor there. But with that said, even Pat said that she felt like something was going on. Like, why was Whitney even dealing with this dude like that? So I don't know. I'm just saying. I think he might be dealing with something.
But it's messed up because how much money?
Yeah.
You know, how much is it? You know, it's like, I don't want to choose the money, but it's 100 million. Or I don't want to choose the money, but it's 45 million plus blah, blah, blah. Oh, I don't want to choose the money because it's 4 million. That ain't enough, right? So am I not choosing the money because it's not enough?
Yeah.
Or do I not choose the money no matter what it is? You get what I'm saying?
I do, but here's the reality. More people commit suicide who are wealthy than commit suicide that are poor. More people are on behavior modification drugs who are wealthy.
What do you mean behavior modification drugs?
That are dealing with depression, dealing with anxiety.
But what is that? What are the drugs?
Oh, I don't know the drugs.
Hold on. So I'm gonna go back in a second because I wasn't paying attention. That might be what Deja Vu is saying. Wait on. So they might be, maybe I'm not saying he ain't got nothing in his system, but I've never known Ray J to be an articulate person. You know what I'm saying? But Prima Wanda said, was Pat the one who took the Whitney's picture in the casket? I do not believe she did that. As a matter of fact, I want to say it had come out that it was somebody who worked at the funeral home, that somebody there had taken the picture and sold the picture. And that's the sick part of, people. Like that lady. Anyway, now I can't stand, I don't even know that lady, but it's something about her. I believe that if everybody says something negative, and there are people I know personally who knew Whitney well. In fact, my son's father knew when I met him. He was okay. Sidebar. I knew about Whitney and Bobby before they were public. And I knew about it because my son's father was very, very closely associated with Whitney. And, Whitney was very close to the Winans, and the Winans were super, super close to Take Six. And I'd seen pictures of all of them together. And at the time, people were saying that Whitney was dating Eddie Murphy. And she had also been aligned with, what was his name? The football player. Shit. Was his name Rodney? It started with an R. Anyway, he was a big football player. And so I remember he was saying, he's like, no, that's not. Because I got to tell y'all how I used to be in love with Eddie Murphy. I'll tell y'all that some other time. But so we were talking about it, and I was like, oh, and I said something about she's, with Eddie Murphy or whatever. He was like, no, she's not with Eddie Murphy. And he said, I said, yeah, she is. Randall Cunningham. Thank you very much. Nola, your girl. Okay. You telling your age, girl. Me and you, we definitely in the same age group. Sure enough was Randall Cunningham. And yeah, look at y'all. Everybody know we all some old heifers, okay? We some old heifers around here. So yeah, Randall Cunningham. Now, I'm not saying she didn't go out with those people at some point, but she really wasn't like into him like that. And he was like, no, she ain't with him. She's with Bobby Brown. I said, what? Now, I love Bobby Brown too. Bobby, I told y'all, I always had a heart for Bobby Brown and Mike Tyson. Okay. Who is fighting tonight, by the way. Anywho, so he with that said, he was like, she with Bobby Brown. I was like, Whitney Houston is with Bobby Brown. I was like, shut up. He was like, they're together. He said, but they're keeping it on the low because of image purposes. She's the princess, she's the American princess. And Bobby was, wild and crazy, that kind of thing. We didn't know how, Whitney really got down. So I just say all that to say, I saw pictures of them together. And yeah. So anyway, let's listen, child. We only 14 minutes in this bitch. Okay.
But you said behavior modification.
Yeah,
You
I'm not a pharmacist or a psychologist.
You have to have a list of
then you name them.
I'm trying to understand where they at.
I'm saying the drugs that deal with depression.
So like Xanax.
Okay.
Percocet.
Okay.
What else, Pastor?
Whatever's on Future's last song. Name them.
There's a lot of.
Yeah. Name them.
Oh, Adderall.
Yeah.
I don't know if Adderall. That's not a depressant. That's not.
That's a.
Well, my friend, he's a recovering drug addict.
Yes.
Knows all of them. He's a retired Crip. He's also a successful real estate agent. So he turned his life
See
around.
how and I hope that man. And look, I ain't trying to shame that man, who he's speaking of, but he an ex-Crip. I didn't know you could be an ex-Crip. I didn't know you could be an ex-gang member. They say you don't get out. Once you in, you in. But anywho, I don't know because I ain't never been around no gang members. I just watch movies. Okay. But you see the circle of people though that he kind of rocks with. No, yeah, hell no. Percocet ain't for no damn depression. Percocet is a downer. It's a whole painkiller, but it gives you this feeling. That's why they always, talking about them Percocets and shit. Okay, so let me go back just a little bit because like I said, I wasn't listening the whole time. Okay.
I don't want to choose the money because it's $4 million. That ain't enough, right? So am I not choosing the money because it's not enough?
Yeah.
Or do I not choose the money no matter what it is? You get what I'm saying?
I do. But here's the reality. More people commit suicide who are wealthy than commit suicide that are poor.
Yeah, that's true.
More people are on behavior modification drugs who are wealthy.
What do you mean behavior modification drugs?
That are dealing with depression, dealing with anxiety.
But what is that? What are the drugs?
Oh, I don't know the drugs.
But you said behavior modification drugs.
I'm not a pharmacist or a psychologist.
But you have to have a list of
name. Then you name them.
I'm trying to understand where they at.
I'm saying the drugs that deal with depression.
So like Xanax.
Okay.
That's anxiety.
Percocet.
Okay.
What else, Pastor?
Whatever's on Future's last song. Name them.
With a lot of.
Yeah. Name them.
Oh, Adderall.
Yeah.
I don't know if Adderall. That's not a depression. That's not. Well, my friend, he's a recovering drug addict.
Yes.
He knows all of them. He's a retired Crip. He's also a successful real estate agent. So he turned his life around. But yeah, no, Doc, you.
The truth is free and it's expensive.
But you hit me. You hit me right now. You stunned me. You stunned me. So for me, it's like, how do people? Because again, when we're talking about that situation, and I say that because I'm trying to stay to the subject, but without digging in. Even though it's almost 20 years old.
Yes.
I got 2 kids now. It's a total different perception, a total different angle. I feel a total different way about it. Being now that nobody really cares, right? So when this comes out, you'll probably see people say, we don't care. Oh, blah, blah, blah. That's how I feel too. But in people's perception, like if 50 years from now, am I the bad guy?
No.
Hold on. Yes, Danielle, first and foremost. Yeah, Adderall isn't, because that's for people who have ADHD, right? Or, something's related to that. And I always remember hearing of students that would take it because they say it would really make them focus and that kind of thing. People who didn't have ADHD were taking it. But does it give you a high, or is it just, in my mind, I thought it just kept you up. I mean, I don't know what that must feel like. Oh, you do? So Sonia Mia, how does it, well, if you have ADHD, it probably impacts you. It probably balances you out. I want to understand, if you don't have ADHD and you take it, what euphoria does it give you there? Or does it give you euphoria? Is it just a focused kind of thing? But am I wrong about that, Sonia Mia? Mila, that maybe if you have it and you're taking it for what it's made for, then it's supposed to balance things. Yes. Oh, it gives you no appetite. So do people take it that are not supposed to take it to lose weight? Because I've seen, what was I watching? Some show, Being Mary Jane. Remember her brother was working someplace and they had something going on, and he would take it and he was staying up the whole night to get the work done or whatever. And I'd heard that college students, I never knew people in college that took it, but I would hear of it, read about it or something like that. Calms the brain down. But for people that don't have it, it's like speed. Okay. Gotcha. Sassy Experience, thank you for the super chat. He got mad at Jamal because he wouldn't list the drugs. Like he wanted Dr. J to write on RX. He wanted Dr. J. Oh, like he wanted him to write. wanted Jamal to. Sir, he's not. Uh-oh. Shoot, I hate when that happens. Sir, he's not an MD. He's a PhD. Right. No, I think what he was doing, to be quite honest with you, he didn't want to act like he knew. He know what the fuck is going on. He knows exactly what those drugs do. He hangs around people. And I saw, was it Prima Wanda that said, who was that to say, I can't take it because it makes them feel nauseated? I will tell you that there was a time when I could take it for, when I had pain. Like for instance, I have had 3 ear surgeries on my left ear. And initially, they would prescribe, right after the surgery, they would prescribe the Percocet. And honestly, it wasn't taking the pain away. It was making me feel a little loopy. And then I realized by the 3rd surgery, when they were giving it to me, it wouldn't just, it would keep, let me go back. When I first took it, it would make me feel sleepy. But by the time when I had that 3rd surgery and right after the surgery, they prescribed it, I couldn't go to sleep. It just made me feel, I still had the pain. I didn't feel tired. It was just, I was like, y'all can keep that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not doing me no good. I didn't like how it made me feel at that point. But I have a high tolerance for medication and anesthesia and everything. So anywho, okay. But I think he was trying to front like he didn't know, or he didn't want to act like he knew. These, like Jamal said, and I don't even listen to Future, but I know a lot of these rappers talk about it in lean, like a liquid version. It's a liquid opiate mixed with something, right? Isn't that what it is? Something like that. By the way, April B, thank you so much for that super sticker, baby. I'm sorry I didn't see that at first. And hey, Misha. Misha has been a blessing, y'all. Thank you, Misha. Ray J and fam went from Mississippi to California. When and where did Ray J get his street cred? No street dude has to run to get his backpacks. Right. Well, and that's what I'm saying. When he was a teenager, I know that he was running with gangs and stuff. Just because he wanted to belong to something, I guess wanted something. I don't know what he wanted. I guess I'm guessing at it. I don't know what the hell he wanted and why he did it. He wanted attention. I don't know what the hell that was about, but evidently he was hanging in the streets while the mama and Brandy were on the road. And that's why I said, what was daddy doing? Now, I don't know this to be true, but I thought I'd heard that the daddy allegedly was slanging sausage as well. Is that a lie? Did anybody else hear that? I ain't trying to tell no stories on Mr. Norwood. I'm just saying that's what I had heard. And I'm not saying I'd heard that from people who know him. I'm saying heard that like on TV or something like that. That's what I thought anyway. But thank you, Misha. Hey, Make It Rain, thank you so much for the super sticker.
Well, let me go backwards and ask you a question. This is not legal. There's no money connected to what I'm getting ready to ask you. One of the hardest obstacles for people to jump over is not perception, but shame. So have you, in 20 years, gotten to a place to get past it yourself?
The only reason why it's still in the forefront of mama,
yes,
is because
you still using
because I haven't been living in my truth.
Okay.
So not living in your truth.
You gay? Is that true then? Was Nicki Minaj on the sign? Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe not.
But living in this avatar that gives you an unlimited access to having fun.
Yeah.
Not giving a F. Doing what you want to do. knowing how to run businesses and still let the character overshadow the intelligence behind the whole setup of everything people are watching, like it's accidentally happening. Being, I think 100 steps ahead of everybody by knowing things that other people don't know. That is a character that can only play out in certain phases of your life. And then when you get more mature, you start to go, well, how much longer can we deal with that character when it's not really 100% authentic to the world's perception?
Yeah.
And so I said a lot, but I didn't really say nothing right there.
No, I got it.
But if you want to live the truth and you're not, it doesn't feel good. So for me, like money and all of these other things, like I've made too much money and I blew all the money. I know how to spend a lot of money today. I know how to save it. It doesn't do anything. When I take my daughter to school or my son to school, and this is hypothetical, but if my daughter likes a school that's 5 minutes away from me, and she wants to go to that school, so you have to get an assessment or something, right? You have to go to the school, and they have to meet with the kids, and I guess do their due diligence on the family, blah blah blah, and then they'll accept you into the school. There's a school that my daughter didn't get accepted to, and there's only one reason why, and it leaks back to where we are again with the truth, the lie, and this clash between false enemies. And when my family gets affected by it, it turns me into something else. And I don't want my family to continue to be affected by this story that never stops, right? I mean, I want it to stop.
Right.
We can't tell, right? Because you keep coming out here doing bullshit. See, you came out here threatening this man you talking to right now, who has been nothing but gracious, kind, respectful, that I can tell he ain't making you say nothing. So what the hell are we talking about? CJ said, wow, the only thing that makes me itch is if I miss my gabapentin for more than 24 hours. My doctor used to prescribe me Tylenol 4. I know a lot of people haven't used it, but I did. But I've scaled. Now, let me say this. Remember I told y'all when I passed out at in California and I didn't have enough gabapentin the day before, CJ. Remember I said I didn't have enough to last me until I was coming home. And I just told myself, okay, I'll just ration it out, right? The day before I passed out, I was like, what the hell's going on? We had gone to Target because my son had just moved into his house and we were trying to buy different things for the house, right? So we go to Target. We are literally, I walked from the parking lot into the like literally the front doors of Target, and my legs started itching so bad. I have never felt like that before. It was so intense that I was like, oh my God. Like it was just like the walking had me jacked up. I was itching so bad. I didn't know what to do and I didn't understand it. The only other time I ever felt itchy like that was like when you first start working out after a long time. And then I was like, oh, my legs itch. So I was trying to explain to people how that made me feel. And when I would tell people about the itch, I was like, do you ever feel itchy when you're working out? And they were like, no. I thought it was a thing. I thought everybody had that sensation. But this sensation, it was deep. It was so intense. My God, it was so intense. And the only thing I could think of, because I it wasn't itch like scratch with nails. You don't want to like scratching your leg with your nails. That did nothing. I was like, it is underneath the skin. Like I didn't understand what was going on. And I was like trying to take my knuckles to try to make it stop itching. And I was like, this is crazy. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get back out to the car because it was itching so bad. And I knew it only started because I was walking and I didn't walk far. I literally walked from the car to the inside. So I had to go sit down, find a place to sit down, and then just start like digging into my skin with my knuckles to make it stop. Baby, the next day, my legs were black and blue because I do bruise very, very easily. But if you had seen my thighs, you would have sworn somebody had taken a bat and beat the hell out of me in my thighs. They were itching so bad. So that's when I said the only thing I could think of that would have caused this, like, what am I doing differently? And something in my spirit said, it's that damn gabapentin. You can't just, because I had heard that if you cut down on the gabapentin, it could make people go into seizures or you don't want to just stop it. But I hadn't stopped it. I had just significantly lessened the dose that I was supposed to be taking because I was just trying not take it at all. And I was trying to ration it out till I got home. So it was the next day that I was like, I'm gonna have to just call this script in because God, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. So it did feel better because I went back home to his home and I just took my normal dose, like, fuck it, I got to take what I need to take. And I did feel better the next day, but it was when I went in there and I passed out. But it's funny you said that about that itchy thing because I knew what I felt. I knew what I knew. I knew what I knew. It was like something, the only thing I'm doing differently is I didn't take that damn gabapentin the way I was supposed to take it. And the other thing, the reason why I even thought about the gabapentin was because I was like, what is this? So I Googled to diagnose myself, as I always do. And it said, you may think it's your muscles itching, but it's really your nerves that are itching. And that's when it said nerves, I was like, gabapentin, because gabapentin is for your nerves. And I have fibromyalgia, which is basically for your nerves. So yeah, anyway, I'm so glad you said that because now I knew I was right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wait, what you say? Say, Jay, please be careful, girl. That itch. Glad I was able to help validate. Baby, you did. Because nobody believed me. No one even understand it. Even when I brought it up to no, I thought that maybe too, that was why I had the seizure the next day. Because again, I'm like, oh, you didn't take your gabapentin. Maybe that was the itch. And then I thought, oh, the itching was a precursor to the seizure. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, child, man, y'all in this chat right here, y'all get me together health wise, okay? Between you, Misha, Sanders, Arian, all of y'all. So anyway, thank you, y'all.
You know, I mean, of course, the other side wants it to stop because they don't even talk about it, right? I don't like to talk about it. I would like to put it to rest. It's like Jussie Smollett. I don't know if what he said was true or not. I talked to him.
Excuse me?
The world created this story about what it was. And then when they felt like they found the truth, it just took it took a energy of the
sir.
time.
Did you just say you don't know if Jussie Smollett was telling the truth or not? Huh? Sir? Huh? Did you just say that? Huh? Boy, bye.
What if none of this I was saying and how it all popped off? Like everybody can tell you, I know what really happened. What really happened? Can anybody tell me what they think happen so I can, because again, how it happened reflects who I am.
Yeah.
Especially when we're dead and gone.
Yeah.
Because there is no more us. So what do people think, right? How did this whole thing come about?
Yeah.
It was Ray J's fault. Ray J did something bad that turned into good. Is that not the story?
I don't know. What I do know.
So, Pastor, so you're saying that you only going off of just us doing it?
No. What I am going off of, I want you to hear my intention. Whatever happened, whoever put it out, whoever produced it, whoever recorded it.
Really, BTV? Somebody block Really BTV. Have a bye. Really, BTV, shut up. I'm dead. I am dead, girl. Oh God, y'all know she's being funny, y'all. A mess, girl. Anyway, okay.
I am is you have outlived it.
But how when we still talking about it?
Yes. Because outliving it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
But outliving it means outliving it. I haven't outlived it because I'm still living.
You're living, producing, you're thriving.
I know, but that's just something like, think about how far we could go without that.
Yeah.
Without that glitch.
Yeah. Is it a glitch?
It's a glitch.
Yeah.
It's a huge glitch.
Yeah. Muhammad Ali said, if you're the same man at 40 that you were at 20, you wasted 20 years. You're not that same man.
Totally different.
Correct?
Yeah, I agree. He's worse. This is ridiculous. Ray J is on some bullshit, okay? You're right. He is not the same man. 20 years ago, I could deal with this fool. But now he sounds like a damn fool for real. I cannot with him, okay? God. Hey, Chocolate.
Totally different.
Yeah, but we're not going to ignore you used to be Cassius Clay.
But
right.
I was not the same man in my 20s.
Right.
Just because now I'm 40 and I've learned.
Yes.
But I was never the man.
Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant, don't be comparing a hero, a whole humanitarian, and the greatest boxer ever to this fool. Now, you just trying to build this brother up. See how saved Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant is? I told you he's saved, okay? He's trying to minister to the brother, make him feel better, okay? He's trying to speak things that are not as though they are, okay? That is what he is doing, because give me a break, okay?
And that was in people's minds of who I was ever.
Right.
I was never that guy.
But you're reinventing that guy every day. Whether it's through electric bikes, whether it's through earbuds, whether it's through eyeglasses, now if it's through networks, we are seeing you as a 21st century Renaissance man. Very few men, Black men, have had the luxury of reinventing themselves in public.
You're right. And I feel that.
Them.
But I also feel like it's a glitch because with all the things that was taken from us inside of this black ball community of cornering the market with just a few. It just, like, I was hanging off the roof of the hotel in Cancun. And I climbed off the roof and I went off to the side of the roof and I just laid down, right? So here's the hole down all the way down here. And I'm just laying on my roof. I climbed over and I lay here. And I went to sleep. And I said, if I fall off, then it was meant to be. Right? If I fall off the roof because I just passed out and I actually just wanted to like lean over, then it was meant to be. So I went to sleep for like 2.5 hours. What? And then the hotel caught me and then it went through all of this stuff. And and then I had to go.
You slept on the ledge of a building for 2.5 hours. When I tell you just now, can I talk to y'all? Can I just be, I don't know how to not tell the truth, and I don't know how to articulate this any other way, okay? But you know that feeling you get in your kitty cat when you think about heights and shit and scary things happening? All he did was describe laying on the ledge, and I got this feeling in my kitty cat. Like, Jesus, what the hell? And then I'm imagining being asleep on said ledge. Sleep now. The hell? He might be exaggerating on that one. Slept for 2 hours on a ledge of a building, nigga.
And do these tests or whatever, right? But at that moment, it was just like, yo, you want to make your family proud.
That part.
But you're living a lie.
I'm serious, Bella.
And still living.
Yeah. What is Ray J's truth? What's your truth? Had you rolled off of that roof, you would want what remembered about you? Not what other people say, not what other people think, not what other people blog. If you are able to have authority over your legacy, you want your legacy to be what?
I want my kids to have a good life and for them to live through my truth.
Yeah.
Not through what the things that would happen with all of these different speculations of this and that, and all of the, just whatever it is.
Wait, I
just
cannot. I hate y'all. I can't pay attention. Laker girl. I want you to be blocked just like like really big TV. Laker girl said, he little. He was on the Barbie Dream House. This man's talking serious, and y'all got me over here laughing. Now you stop it. We are paying attention, okay? This is serious. The man almost unalived himself while he was sleeping on the edge of a building in Cancun in the heat, okay?
Years ago, okay, this is who our dad was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't really care about nothing else. I just care about my kids. And I care about what they think, and I care about what they believe. And I don't want anybody to recreate something that's not real inside of their mind to leave them in doubt. And so to do that, I would have to risk all the money I have, all the money I made, all the money that I'm getting paid for, to be quiet, to not say nothing.
Yeah.
You sit.
And what is the cost? How much more does it cost you for your peace?
I don't know. Because if you tell me a crazy number,
that part,
and maybe I need to go to church for this. But
come on,
tell me a loud number, then I might take it.
Yeah.
And say F the truth because my kids is extremely good, which is horrible. What does that say about me?
Mm-hmm.
$1 billion?
Yeah.
That's a crazy number. 100.
Miss HLS, he said he had been, excuse me, he said he was on the roof of the building. Now, I thought we saw him on the ledge. I thought, didn't he go live from said ledge? And everybody's like, Ray J. Like, he's very attention seeking, like for real. And just like Jamal Bryant said in that interview with Ryan Cameron, he's like, dude has my phone number. Like, why would you go live to say you got a problem with me and not call me? And go live talking about an interview that we didn't even know this nigga had done. You know what I'm saying? He's crazy. He's crazy. No, but I remember seeing, well, I agree. I thought he was on a balcony, but this nigga said a roof. Now I'm just saying, it is as inarticulate as he may be. I think this fool should know the difference between a balcony and a roof, but that's what he has said. But then we see it, y'all. Yes, and that was in Vegas. What? Wait, so he slept on the edge of a building in Cancun and then was on a balcony in damn Vegas and went live. And people were like, what's wrong with Ray J? He's a little brat. Something is not right with this dude.
200, 300, that's out. But then when you're dealing with like the 4s and the 5s and the 10s and the 15s, I don't know. That's not. So when I'm saying it's not enough, I'm still trying to understand what I'm saying if I want to live in my truth. If I want to live in my truth, then F the money.
Yeah. What at this tick of the watch, what makes you happy?
Hey, 50 Creole.
Only just being around my kids.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And it's just important to speak this because it's like, I wouldn't talk about this with anybody else because it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
You're talking about the church and you're talking about the community. Nobody cares but me.
Yeah.
And I want people to know that. Like, I know you don't care. We're past that. We know how it really happened. We know that this person did that and they did that and did that. That's fine. But until you hear the facts of it and get the real exact details from the people who were involved, it's still a question mark.
Yeah.
And it really it results back to
what?
If you want to say
Porn star.
Yeah. This resorts back to if that's the story that you listen to on how it was created, right or wrong.
Yeah.
Ray J did it without somebody's consent, which makes Ray J a horrible person.
Yeah.
Whatever happens after and you overcome the adversity of it, now we're here, right? It still doesn't take away the stench of it. Everybody forgot, or nobody cares, or people know what really happened. But you really don't know until you know. That's like a lot of people say OJ did this and OJ did that. Well, OJ was acquitted, so he didn't do it legally in the legal system. But if I showed you the knife with the blood on it in the video and doing it, even though you might have said he was involved, it would mess your mind up.
Yeah.
This is the same kind of situation.
Was that the darkest season of your life?
It's not it's the darkest season of my life now.
20 years later.
20 years later with 2 kids, with a daughter that I love, and my son, and looking at them and knowing the morals and the integrity that I've been instilled in as a man through my parents, for that little stench to be there, that matters to me.
Yeah.
So you're more worried about screwing Kim Kardashian on film than you are putting your hands on your wife, using and potentially providing unauthorized medications to people and yourself, lying and being attention seeking in public. Like, that's none of those things bother you. But look, while I could never and would never be cool with the idea of doing a P tape, that's very small in the scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes no sense. Like, that bothers you, but you just got done fighting your wife for the umpteenth time and went live to tell the world about it. And God forbid, if you really are on the Diddy tapes, because I do believe there's a reason why those boys wanted to whoop your ass. It's not just because you may have been out speaking about their dad, not just because they know you've partied and maybe been friendly with their dad and now you've come across a different way. they were angry. There's a lot of people that were partying with Diddy that may not have been a part of the process, you know, of whatever he had going on, but we're cool with him. I think you angered them because you got some other shit going on and you were involved in some shit and they found that shit to be very hypocritical. That's what I believe. And let's not get, I mean, look, Ray J, I ain't got no proof that you had anything to do with Whitney. But it would not surprise me if you did. And if none of those things bother you, why would you care about screwing a person on tape? I mean, honestly, I don't understand that. No, Whitney passed in 2012. Michael passed in 2009. I want to say Whitney passed in 2012. So that wasn't even 20 years ago. 20 years ago is when he did that tape. Okay, I will, because I had been saying I was going to do it. Nola, your girl said, V, watch the Tubi special. So far, it's 3 parts. And he's on there talking about that, right? With the TMZ, with Harvey. I saw the clip where he's saying, you know, I think these people lying. Now he's saying that. But I feel like he ain't say that shit until them boys was about to whoop his ass. Because I feel like they threw that documentary together pretty quickly. So I don't feel like it was that far, you know, that long ago that they probably did that. But I do believe that those boys are mad at him for something. You know what I mean? Child. I bet too, like, let's call the thing a thing. I think that they probably called him and said some shit to him before they even saw him that day. Because they were angry. They were angry. And yeah, there's a lot of people talking about Diddy, but I ain't seen the boys being accused of trying to fight nobody else but Ray J. Hold on one second. Hold on. Hi, Rhonda Edwards. What'd you say? Hey, B. Lenore, where did you get that video from? Honestly, I don't know. But I've seen it. I have seen it. I've also seen the R. Kelly tape. And I've also seen, look, and it's not like I go around trying to watch P tapes, but when it's something like that, like, you know, it's big name. I saw the Jane. Now that one, Jesus, my God. Have y'all seen the Jane Kennedy and Leon Isaac Kennedy tape? Now that shit right there, that shit right there. That shit right there. That shit right there was graphic as a mother sucker. Okay. Now that was hard to, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Woo, Jesus. Okay. That was too much right there. And of course the R. Kelly one too. Yeah, I you know, I have to do my research. I can't intelligently talk about something and not know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying. So it was for research purposes. I knew one day I would have a show. And I needed to understand what it is we're talking about so that when I one day had a show that I could speak about this shit. All right? Firsthand. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Yes, my God. Yes, my God. Laker girl, you saw it? Baby. His whole arm. I promise y'all, this sounds crazy, but I promise you, his fist was up there halfway. Baby, that shit right there made me cringe. You know how I was just cringing a minute ago, just hearing him talk about laying on that ledge? That's how I felt when I saw that shit. I was like, oh my Jesus. Woo, my God. Ooh, my God, today. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Jane Kennedy. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My God, today. That shit right there, that was too much. That was too much. I only needed to see One time, just need, and I couldn't see the whole thing. My kitty cat was hurting that day too. Oh my God, baby, Jesus! I didn't even know how she got through that. I do not know how she got through it. My God, Jesus!
It mattered.
Yeah.
And I wanted to,
Laker girl, you saw it too. You saw it too. My God, today he went up there with a fist, and it was his whole arm. His whole arm. And I was a youngster, not youngster. I mean, I was in my 20s when I saw that shit. So it was years, like decades probably after it happened. But baby, I was in my 20s. I couldn't even imagine it. I couldn't even imagine it.
I want to get past it. I want to go through the pain of losing all my money and somebody suing me, and I breached the contract, and so now I don't have nothing, and I'm butt naked in the courtroom just telling the judge all I care about is the truth. Take everything else away. That's where my mind goes.
Yeah. And would that give you peace?
Butt naked in the courtroom? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How many years have your parents been married?
Longer than...
So see, a lady 747, she saw that shit too. She saw that shit too. See, just because I tell y'all the truth. I come out here in transparency. Okay. All right. I'm not alone. There are people in this chat who saw the same shit I saw. Baby, you can't. Nola, your girl. Baby, that shit was cray. I'm hurting right now. I got chills down my back thinking about that shit. Who does that? Poe Jane Kennedy. Okay? No wonder she divorced this motherfucker. I don't know how. Ooh, wee!
If I've been born, so like maybe my mom, maybe 40 years.
Yeah.
35, 30.
Yeah. My parents were married for 55 years.
And that was in a different time.
Yeah.
Where, marriage, loyalty mattered. Where you would sacrifice happiness for the vows that you... Right?
Yeah.
Now it's different,
Do you think you would get married again? Never.
Well, because I made a vow to Princess. And so I love Princess, even though she loves somebody else. I still love her. So for the rest of wherever I'm at in this life, I'm gonna just be me.
He foolish,
And I've always had a very clear understanding of all of my homegirls that we ever got intimate together. They always knew that you're my friend. So I gotta go back to that. Because I already made a vow to one person. I can make a vow again. That's invalid.
Yeah. What if she freed you from that vow and said, I'm going on? She has.
She freed me, meaning like I can make a vow to somebody else.
Yeah.
But not this lifetime.
And you want to spend the rest of your life by yourself?
Well, I've created a nurse account.
What does that mean?
A nurse account is where every time I get a check, I put either $100 or $1,000 into my nurse account.
And she was, Sassy Experience says, she was like my idol when I was a little girl. She was the Essence girl and the Jet Beauty. Well, damn, she's also runner-up Miss Ohio, by the way. She was Miss Ohio. She's from Cleveland. And she was a runner-up in the Miss America pageant. So Jane Kennedy was that girl. Gorgeous girl. And that Leon Isaac Kennedy is a whole... He's a bitch too, okay? Any man who changes their last name to the name of their wife so that they can get attention, that's a little bitch ass move to me. I'm just saying. Because Kennedy was her name and he married her. I don't know if his last name was Isaac. I don't know if his middle name was Isaac, but what I do know is his last name was not Kennedy. He married her, changed his name. The only movies I ever saw him in was Penitentiary 1, 2, and I think there was a 3. I ain't never seen him anything else. And then I met him years later in Cleveland by just so happens that they were long divorced. He's best friends, y'all, with Smokey Robinson. So I met him. He was with Smokey Robinson, and they were in business together and stuff. But and Leon Isaac Kennedy was fine back in the day. Okay, he was fine back in the day. And when I saw him, he had a ponytail, kind of thinned out. I felt like he just didn't look good. He didn't look right. And he and I were sitting next to each other. We were talking for a little bit, but he didn't look right. Yeah. But I also couldn't stop thinking about his fucking elbow up in her ass. I mean, not her ass. She was in her cooch. But I'm like thinking she had to have had heart problems after that, because I swear his fist was all the way up to her chest. Baby. His whole arm was up her kitty cat. Anyway.
I can't touch. So no matter what happens to me 5 years from now, 10 years, 2 years, whatever, if I can't work by myself and I need somebody to help me, I done put like at least $1 million in my nurse account. So I got like 2 nurses right now, but the more I build it, I can have like 4 young nurses with me forever.
Did you make this up, or this is a thing?
No, I made my account up.
No, I'm saying this whole thing of a nurse's account, I've never heard of.
I made that up.
You made that up. Okay.
So, but I made it up because, again, you got somebody you love. They getting older with you. They don't want to wipe your ass and bathe you every day.
Right. Yeah.
You know? And then you probably in a bad mood. So don't touch me or whatever you're going through. I need some beautiful nurses with an unlimited budget to take care of me.
Huh?
So I'm working hard and I put together my nurse account.
What?
So since I'm not with my wife, I got 3 or 4 nurses that's going to take care of me forever. And they're happy to do it because they're getting paid very good to do it. And they still look good. Very pretty.
Do your parents know about the nurse account?
Nobody knows but till now. I'm telling you everything.
Wow.
I'm giving you all this that nobody's ever heard.
I'm grateful.
Because y'all
are getting on my nerves. Let me tell y'all something right now. Y'all getting on my nerves because I can't listen to this for talking to y'all. Y'all keep saying he got short arms. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck if he was a midget. That nigga's arm was up her kitty cat. I swear before the Lord. It was too much. Y'all, and he went up there like this. He went up here like this. He didn't even go up in there like this. You know how when you go and have a pelvic exam in the gynecologist's office, you know, at least they put their fingers up in there, you know, and they feel around to make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. Oh no, ma'am. This motherfucker went up there with a fist. Okay. He went straight up that bitch with a fist. And it got all the way up here. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Damn it. No. Sassy experience. What you say? Man, hell, V, just crushed my childhood. Next, y'all gonna tell me Miss Eartha Kitt really did hunch Santa Claus for all those. It's almost Christmas time, so now that you mention it, I'm serious, y'all. That thing was traumatizing for me. I can't imagine what she went through. And it couldn't have been the first time. She took that shit with ease. There's no way in hell anybody can make me believe he hadn't done it. I'm going to tell you this. They're outside at the pool, okay? And she's sitting in one of those, you know, pool chairs, you know? And he's sitting in front of her, and he
came through when we needed you for the One Wish movie.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person where you looked out for me and didn't even was no question.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you the darkest things.
Yeah.
Can we use everything? I don't know. But I feel like the more real I am through the interview, you can look through it all and just find find the pieces that might
Shelly,
not.
see, I was abused. I was abused because I had to see it. And when I saw it, I can't unsee it. I saw that shit 20 plus years ago, and I've not been right since. Okay? All right? Now, I'm not going to lie. I have tried my best to figure out a way to ask Jane Kennedy to come on this show so I could interview her. But I just want to talk to her because, you know, she's super saved now. She's kind of like Vanity. See, when these people who with these major sex symbols, they find the Lord all late and shit, and they be super saved, that should tell you what they've been through, okay? Because when I tell you, baby, I have not been able to unsee it. I have not. I just told you where they were even located when they filmed that shit. That shit is a mess. My God, today.
Work or use all of this shit. I don't care. I'm just at this point, I'm just like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be truthful.
No, that's great. When we took a break, you said that you really need to think through things because there was a moment in your own life that you thought about suicide. Tell me what was going on. Is that when you were on the roof in Mexico?
That was when I was on the roof. And that was, no, I thought about suicide a lot, but that was when I attempted it.
Mm.
And I really didn't want to do it, but I really did want to do it. Because it's like when you have a bad dream and then you think it's real, it feels real.
Yeah.
And then you wake up, I be feeling like that life really happened. And so whatever dimension I popped into is where I'm at now.
Yeah.
So I had a bad dream last night. So I'm here now with you. I think what happened last night in my mind happened. So if they having a funeral for me in the other dimension, they probably are.
No, you're going to live. You got years to go.
I'm living here.
Yes.
How do you know if every day you don't ever live forever?
Right.
You just keep skipping the different dimensions. I want to talk high talk.
Yeah.
What?
But that's how I be feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Now that was
I wanted the interview to go
what the fuck?
a different way. I didn't know how the interview was going to go, but we said you with the shit in the beginning, we're just hurting.
Yeah.
They did because it's like, damn, man, like I cannot get away from it. So it's like, since I can't get away from it, why not just jump into it?
Yeah. It's the bravery of your truth, and truth sayers always.
I'm alive.
No, you speaking truth today.
No, because I might not be able to put this up. I'm still a liar.
Yeah.
I've lied about my whole life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm a liar. Unless I say.
There you have it. There you have it. Now that's the most real shit he said since he been sitting in this damn chair. He's a liar, and he's been one his whole life. My God. Yes, God. Now that's a fact.
These people did this to me. The very bad people, and they've been controlling me this whole time. Just like the National Syndicate and all this. They'll come kill me, bro. They'll kill me for this. Literally murder me. I'll be like, tomorrow you'll be like, yeah, Ray J overdosed from
Ray J, you can't say the M word on here. Say unalive next time, sir. Okay? Okay?
Fentanyl that he did. It's like, damn, Ray J was a drug addict. He died. That ain't really what happened.
Right.
They killed me.
Huh?
I'm praying for your protection. Do you?
Who's they?
The Pastor Protection Program.
Nah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. I'm pulling out the ushers right now. I don't know if we're gonna find it. You're too valuable to God and too valuable to your family.
We gotta get it in the church.
Oh no.
You know, the PPP, the Pastor Protection Program.
Yeah, that's the next venture. Smart. Yeah, no, let's
protect the people who trying to tell the truth from the enemies who will cut their throat if they expose what it is. We dealing with billionaire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep their image clean. So they'll do anything to shut down the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I've been wearing a vest lately.
Do you
Wait, who is after him? I missed that. see, you all get on my damn nerves. I couldn't pay attention to this man. Who is trying to unalive him? Aside from Diddy's kids. What the hell? I do see Ray J as being like a little scary cat. I feel like he's that dude. He got all the mouth, and he hopes that because he's used to other people jumping in to save his ass. Just like he was talking all that big shit to Fab, who also I think is a bitch, because he kept his hands on what's her name, his woman, his wife. I didn't like Emily. He's a bitch ass. And then to find out he used to party with Diddy, he was, what did he say? I like to see how you scrambling, daddy. I like you scrambling and scraping and scraping and scrambling. Yeah, he was very mindful. He didn't say nothing out of line. He didn't say shit to Diddy, right? But he's a whole bitch at home putting his hands on his wife. And he got kids with that girl. And she also had a child who he kind of raised with her. So I think he's a bitch. And I feel like Ray J is too. Ray J's used to talking shit, and he's either got his Floyd Mayweather behind him, Whack 100 behind him, his managers or whoever this person is an ex-Crip, if you will. His parents, he always got somebody behind him, which empowers him to say whatever the fuck he wants. And then he'll put his hands on Princess. I don't respect that shit at all. Mm-hmm. And then threatening people with booty goons. No.
Brett, speaking your truth on the Diddy situation.
Uh-oh. Let's go.
I don't like what Puff did to Cassie on that video. No matter how it happened, no matter what.
If you could handle Princess the way Diddy handled Cassie, I believe you do it, because the fact that you have put your hands on that girl. See, I think Princess can throw down. I believe that. Okay. As gorgeous as she is, she ain't scared. She ain't scared, for one. And I think, and we've seen her on more than one occasions react, because that's what I think it is. I think she's reacting to him. Do I think that's healthy? Absolutely not. If somebody will take you there, you should not be with that person, right? So I do think her reactions are wrong, but I understand that she's not doing that for no good reason. And the fact that and because I think that she can fight and will take up for herself with him, he can't really handle her. You see what I'm saying? He can't really handle her. Hey, Fedora. But I do think that that's what I think, that if he could. So I think it's very hypocritical for him to be out here talking about what he don't like to see in another man putting hands on a woman, because you shouldn't be okay with it, just like you shouldn't be doing it. And he has done it. And if he's done it with her, I believe he did it with Tierra Marie. And if he did it with her and Tierra Marie, who, by the way, that is one of their connections, because allegedly, he, for lack of a better word, bought Tierra Marie, or took possession of Tierra Marie, allegedly, from the hands of Jay-Z. And from what we understand, allegedly, she is the Jane Doe who was brought from Detroit, flown at 16, 17 years old, flown to New York to be SA'd. So if you get down like that, and you would then be a party to taking her on, if you will. See, because there's Tierra Marie, another one. She was always distraught behind this dude. So I think he's a bitch, and he's a hypocrite, and I believe he's an asshole. and a spoiled brat and a child. I think he is all of those things wrapped into one.
Made that happen. It wasn't cool. And that's what got me
mad.
Oh,
got you mad.
Yeah.
Everything else after that, I've been an advocate for bogus stories not being promoted. And that's all the stuff that they've been saying about Puff and all the things that they've been doing. So it's been coming off as if I've been saying something negative about Diddy, but I've been actually saying something positive.
Really?
Meaning like these stories are absolutely out of control.
Them kids ain't mad for no reason.
I even mentioned when they said everybody in the church was doing it. And I'm like, now everybody in the church is doing it. So now I can't turn cheek to cheek, because if somebody hit me in my cheek, I'm thinking about his butt cheeks, right? I said it. And it went viral.
Yeah.
But if you listen to what I said, I meant these stories are sounding preposterous.
No, they don't.
Yeah. Because of
The A's are being taken.
Yeah.
He is very
So
much,
yeah, I meant
he is
well by it, but it didn't, I don't.
very concerned about people's asses. Have you noticed? Very concerned.
I think it went well with the people as far as how viral it went.
Yeah.
So now I'm fighting with Justin and Christian, and they trying to jump me at the club. It's like, bro, I'll still turn cheek to cheek. Pastor.
Right.
Even though I said I might not have, shoulda.
What?
Like, nobody want to get their cheeks hit.
What the fuck?
How do you think this is going to impact the industry?
I just think nobody can trust nobody no more. And, you know, I use Neutrogena. I don't like baby oil. So I'm always
This fool right here. I can't. Did he just sound like baby oil? That was not the fucking question. And what was that? He's weird. Now I'm just thinking he's just a weirdo. A goofy.
ahead of the game. I like Cetaphil too. But like I said, with all these baby oil jokes and all that, I told him that's not funny. You cannot keep playing around with substances that possibly might have dope in them.
Yeah.
I think the question was, how do you feel this will impact the industry? Was that not the question? Because that's what I thought the question was. Was that not the question? The hell?
It's cool. And that's why when I said, what should I come out with? Ray White jelly? KY hit me.
Wow. Well, that shows what kind of an influence you are.
No.
Why?
That shows that they know you're a freak. They know that you did a P tape. And why wouldn't you? Since you're always talking about this goofy shit, then that's why they hit you. Okay? Not because he's influential. Not because he's profound in any way. I can't. This is too much.
And I said no. Even though that could have been a profitable business.
Right.
Why you say no?
Because I was saying it like, oh, should I say that? And then y'all laugh and then all of a sudden now I got a Ray White deal.
Ray J, it's on brand. It's on brand. Why wouldn't you? If you would do a P tape, okay? And not only did you do the P tape, y'all went back and did reshoots because Kris Jenner told y'all that you need to go back and add to it and do another cut. Y'all know that, right? That when they first did that tape, Ray J's mama, who was his manager, had no idea that he had done it. She did not approve of it. She had nothing to do with it. They did that tape. After they did the tape, Kim's mother watched the tape and was about to sell the tape because it was a plan in their mind, because Paris Hilton came on the map, really not because her daddy is the owner of the Hiltons, not because her mother is the sister of two actresses, but because Paris Hilton became uber famous and rich off of that tape that she did. And because of that, and Kim having grown up with them, I think she at one point was Paris's assistant or something, or had dealings with the family. And because of that, they decided they would do the exact same thing. And when Kris Jenner got involved to negotiate the terms for distribution of said tape, she saw it, felt like it wasn't good enough, and that they needed to reshoot parts of it. So she sent them to an island and gave them a weekend, set up a tape. She felt like that some of the angles of the video were not good enough, and then sent them back in to reshoot again, and then they sold the damn tape. Okay? So that is on brand, Ray J, because at the same time, you knew why y'all did the tape in the first place, and you knew what was going to come from it. And you too wanted something that was your own, because you also did not have a real career. And everyone knew you as Brandy's brother. And if it wasn't for Brandy, we would know nothing about you. If it wasn't for Brandy ensuring that you came on as a guest star on Moesha, you wouldn't have had that job. So you felt the need to do it so that you could have something to call your own, and it happened to be a P tape. So let's not act like you're so sick about it and you feel bad about it. You ought to feel bad for putting your hands on your kid's mama, not about your kids learning about you doing a P tape. Okay? Like, who are we fooling right now? This is ridiculous. Yes, she used to organize Brandy's closet. She was like an assistant to Brandy as well. And in the midst of that, she stole it is stealing. She took possession of Brandy's mother's credit card and charged up some shit because their business, they were in debt. She had the little store or something. The Dash store, when they first got their first store, there was some issue. There was some debt. And she used Brandy's mother's card to pay that debt. It was like $100,000 or more that she charged on Brandy's mother's card. And they were kind enough not to put you in jail. Now that is that on that. We're not going to play these games, Ray J. It ain't nothing wrong with you doing KY because it's on brand. It is on brand. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was over. I knew it was six figures. I thought it was like 100,000, but CJ says 800,000. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's distasteful. It's unruly.
Yeah.
It's uncalled for, and it's unsanitary.
Unsanitary.
Tell me on.
Nigga, you screwed a whore with no condom. And now you want to talk about sanitizing some shit. You want to talk about some shit being unsanitary. Are we serious right now? Really? Okay. I just want.
It is. It's dirty.
Tell me what your thoughts were from your conversation with Nicki Minaj.
Uh-oh.
I always love Nicki.
Yeah.
And I'm 97.5% divorced. 97.5%. So I'm almost there. I'm at 3-yard line. We almost got to the end result. And then my ex-wife said, you know what? I'm going to represent myself. So that's where we are with that. With Nicki.
What's that got to do with Nicki?
I felt like it was character to character. And I felt like I was in some kind of like dominatrix skit. Is dominatrix a sin?
No, go ahead.
It felt like it was fun. I'm not gonna even lie. I think about it every day. I think about
Are you in the closet? That is really what you see. You say you wasn't in a safe place. I think you're in a damn safe place because if what I would ask you is, are you in the closet? And that is what he wants to ask you, but he's being kind. Okay? Because that's the real thing that stood out to everybody regarding that conversation you had with Nikki, nigga. Like, who are we playing with right now? All right. Is it a sin? It's a sin if you ain't married to the hoe that's being the dominatrix. Now then, it's allegedly, that's a sin.
every day now.
In what way?
In ways that nobody would want to be, right? Because again, she is a married woman. I made my point to every time I addressed her on the interview, it was Mrs. Petty.
Yeah.
Never on no junkie stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
What's that got to do with him?
some of the things that she was saying to me just left me stuck. You know, and I haven't been able to be the same since.
Oh God.
What is
So
next and new for Ray J? What's coming?
So I'm a news anchor now.
Really?
I'm in the news. And I'm on the news.
You're not a news anchor, fool. People call you in to ask you stupid ass questions about Diddy, and you give these stupid ass answers, and you are not a damn newscaster or news anchor, nigga. Give me a damn, this fool right here, give me a damn break.
I've been an analyst for all the top tier 1 news stations. And I think that's where a lot of my stuff been going viral, because I haven't been holding back on mainstream news.
Right.
Whether it was somebody being taken, whether turning cheek to cheek, whether, somebody, looking at me when I said, ask not what our country can do for me. I can't ask anybody anything, because all I'm thinking about is somebody thinking about my A.
Nigga, you must be gay. I mean, I again, let me be very clear. There's nothing wrong with being gay. This is the truth we're talking about. This is the truth you're holding back on. Sir, what does that have to do with your asshole? Why are we talking about his ass every 10 minutes of this damn interview? He's an analyst about his ass? What the hell? This is too much. This is
right.
I want us to get past this whole, thing with Diddy and all these preposterous stories. There's 3,200 people. It just, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Let me say this to all the victims that's really went through something like my heart goes out to you. And that's why I don't want to joke about a lot of things.
We can't tell.
How can I get to a point where I can learn how to explain myself in a way that doesn't come off comedic?
You're not funny.
That's what I need to work on, because I got a
now
voice.
I'm talking about your ass. Your ass
might
ain't
not
funny.
be deep.
Okay.
But it's loud.
But your asshole sounds like it's crying.
And I can help.
Well, anyway, your brother can help you in Atlanta. I can do it.
Go to church again.
Well, come on. New Birth wants you.
He wants to come to Atlanta.
I ain't gonna let you sit in the pulpit.
You got a balcony?
I got a balcony. You can sit there in the balcony.
Did the pastor say he got a balcony? the pastor say, come on, I got a balcony. You can lay your black ass right on the edge and take a good ass nap right there on that balcony. And trust and believe, his ass wants to be in Atlanta. It sounds like he packing up right now. It sounds like this nigga wants to be there because all he can talk about is his fucking ass. I can't.
Okay. Just absorb the message. I went to a few churches and the pastors is my homies, but the pastors is lit. And so I'm at the church. I'm on the pulpit with the pastors. They my homies. Now, I got one true pastor that has been with me since day one through all the trials and the turmoil. You might know him, Pastor Daryl Scott.
Yeah.
You know Pastor Scott?
Yeah, in Cleveland.
Pastor Scott has been with me, and I was supposed to meet them tomorrow in Florida, but he's been able to hear me out without just without judging.
Yeah.
Where I can speak freely, because if I speak freely, it's
It
just.
sounds like Jamal Harrison Bryant has been very kind. He has been very soft with you. He ain't tried to come at you. He give you these softball ass questions. He just tried to build you up. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't think the father's a pastor. I think he may be a minister, but he's not a pastor. I cannot.
It's ugly, and it's dirty, and it stinks. And he's been able to listen to me and just help me through. So shout out to Pastor Gary.
No, I'm glad that you have somebody in your life, in your ear, in your corner. I wanted to, in my 2 seasons doing a podcast,
I didn't know you had this.
I have never asked to pray with somebody.
Oh.
And I want to pray with you.
Yeah, because he needed. He said, damn, I need to pray for you, nigga, because you got issues. Something ain't right with you. Something is very wrong about you, and we need to pray. That is, he said, first of all, I didn't know he had this podcast. That's the first thing. But the fact that he said, in all this time I've been doing this damn show, never once have I felt the need to pray for a nigga. But I need to pray for you, sir, because we need to pray over your ass too. Why that? I think that's what he's saying. I'm going to say it for him, okay? Because he's being very nice. I'm just gonna say how it is. He feels the need to pray for you and your ass because something's wrong with you. Okay, you talk crazy. You ain't making no damn sense. You talking about you want to take naps and shit on rooftops and balconies, and he said he got one in case you need to take a sleep. Take a little rest. He got a whole balcony for you to lay your ass down, and if you roll over this time, God'll have you back. Okay, because you need to go. Child, I'm dead. I am dead.
No, come on.
He said, come on.
Lord, for my brother, I pray you'll protect his peace, protect his family, protect his decisions, protect his children, protect his ideas, protect his name. And I pray, dear Lord, that you will protect his destiny. I pray, dear Lord, that you will secure him from everything the enemy might attempt to do to him. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
And amen.
Man, I appreciate you. I'm standing with you. Love you always.
Part 2.
We can do it.
In Atlanta.
Come down. I live there.
You got an office at your church.
I have a studio away from the church.
My dad was the minister of music for all the churches of Christ since I've been born.
Never knew it.
Yeah, so me and Randy was in the choir a lot. Like if we didn't go to choir rehearsal or Bible study or church, it was equivalent to not going to school.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Wow.
Randy loved it because she was the lead singer of the choir. I did. At the time, I was soprano.
Right.
But now I'm doing alto.
All right.
But no, we dang near. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you good.
God.
You good. No, you good.
This dude is weird.
But yeah, no, we grew up in church. I mean, the other ministers, they literally had the church and then the house in the back of the church.
Yeah.
And so we've been churchified. even though church wasn't my favorite thing because I was probably the more badder kid.
Yeah.
Is churchified anything like the Bratz Functified? I'm just asking. Is churchified like funkified? I mean, the Brat's gay. Shout out to the Brat and Judy. And Baby True. But just asking, is churchified like funkified? Okay. Oh.
More of the gooder, even though that's not a word. But yeah, no, I wanna definitely come to your church.
No, let's do it. You got an open invitation in the balcony. I'm sending you up there with security.
Which movie is me?
Yeah.
It's a different kind of character of me, but it's the same me, just put in a different context, right? And I can't wait for y'all to see the One Wish movie. Pastor Dr. Bryant is in it.
Yeah.
And it's a really good movie. And the way it ends, with you giving me that word.
Oh yeah.
Chilling.
No, it's gonna be great.
It's chilling.
Let's be clear. Ray J's not just Brandy's brother. He's his own man.
I can't tell.
He's Brandy's brother is fine.
I can't. Brandy's brother, please take
Call. It was his most wonderful time of the year.
I'm done.
I'm grateful that you all stay locked in. Do me a favor, please share it. And I want you to stay locked in right here on this channel.
Jamal, child. Why every time he brought up that damn balcony, I would feel a way if I was Ray J. Because it sounds like Jamal trying to put him out of his misery because he keep telling him about these balconies and shit. Okay. Well, there's one last thing I want to show you in regards to this. Okay. I think this will be nice to see. Looks like the good Reverend Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant has officially tied the knot. And yeah, let me go ahead and make this big enough for us to see it. Uh-oh.
I pronounce that they are man and wife in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, bless, preserve, and keep you. The Lord mercifully, with his favor, look upon you and fill you with all spiritual. Are you hearing and grace that you may so live together in this life, that in the world to come you may have life everlasting. Amen. Now, by the power and just in me, I pronounce that you are man and wife. You may salute your bride servant.
Oh God. All right, y'all. So anywho, and I would agree. I was like, I can't stand his suit and I don't like her dress. And why she got them tassels on her damn shoulders? I mean, and otherwise I've seen her look really cute and whatnot. Anywho, y'all, that's all I got for this one. I'm supposed to be coming back at 8:00 with another. Don't know if y'all got plans. I really did want to watch the fight tonight. I don't know what time that fight is. Do y'all know? What time is my dude Mike Tyson? Now, let me say this about Mike. Let me say this right now about Mike. Yes, I understand that Mike was voting for Trump. I get it. You know how I feel about that shit. But this would be the one exception. See, Mike has been hit upside his head many a times. Okay. He has been traumatized as a boy. He was raised by an old white man and his wife, eating all that white cooked food. Okay. I'm sure it didn't have any seasoning in it. Mike has been done dirty by Robin Givens and her mama. Okay. So I make exception with Mike. Mike has lost a child. Okay. Mike has been through some things. So I forgive Mike. Okay. I love Mike. And Mike, I got, oh shit. That's 9 p.m. Okay. Pen Pal says 8 Central. So that's 9 p.m. Eastern. So it only gives us an hour. Okay. Now, if you're down, I'm going to come back. Now, this interview that I wanted to do a reaction to was with JT, Kevin Hart's ex-best friend. Wait, it starts at 8. 7 Central, 8 p.m. Oh, okay. Well, we can't do it now. How about this? This fight probably won't last long. Maybe I'll come back. I ain't got shit to do in the morning. And see, here's the thing. On Sunday, I gotta go to Indianapolis. Okay. So I probably won't go live Sunday. If I do, it would be early, and I doubt that I'll feel like doing it. And then I have to teach all day, an 8-hour class on Monday, and then drive back 3 hours home to Columbus, Ohio. Okay. So Monday's out and Sunday's a maybe. All right. So I think this is what we shall do. Okay. I will set it for 10. Okay. I'm going to set this live for 10 p.m. And if you're down and you ain't got nothing else to do after Mike beats the hell out of Jake, we'll come back. Okay. Because did y'all see the last time Mike fought? Mike whooped that ass. Mike was looking like old Mike. Mike is 50-something years old, and he was nothing to fuck with last time. Okay. So I want to see what he gonna do this time. He slapped the shit out of him yesterday when they weighed in, see, because that motherfucker stepped on his toe. All right. And then you step on that nigga toe, he gonna whoop. That make him mad. That'll make him mad. Mike is not one to fuck with. When Mike come out there and he ain't got no robe on and he ain't got nothing but them shorts, that he mean business. You hear me? So I got to go see my boy Mike. Okay. And when he come back, we can come back. If you down, I'm down. All right. So let's do that. Elite Diva said Mike slapped the piss out of that boy at the weigh-in, and it took about 10 motherfuckers to hold him back. Did you notice that? Did you see that part? Now he just slapped that white boy, okay, but he gonna do more than that. All right. And even if Mike were to lose, if it is a chance that he loses this time, he should, because he's 50-something fucking years old, and this is a young ass white boy. All right. All right. Now he whooped his ass last time. Let's see what happens this time. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready. So I gotta go watch Mike. I'm gonna set the new time for 10, and I'll holler back at y'all later. Okay. All right. Thank y'all for kicking it with me. I'll see y'all later. Smooches.